It all leads to this moment. It started with stepping out and discovering what you're capable of. Planning your future while learning, serving, and getting a real collegiate experience. Because the place you start can change everything. Itawamba Community College. You belong here.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to Game 1 this afternoon here in Fulton. We're going to take you to the field for today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups for ICC and the national anthem.
For your Indians, leading off, playing left field, number 8, Victoria Fields. Batting second, catcher, number 22, Kaylin Lynch. Batting third, first base, number 19, A.B. Marler. Batting fourth, number 21, Zoe Goodman. Third base, number 17, Taylor Shams. Batting sixth, second base, number 20, Ella Duhan. Batting seventh, right field, number 2, Morgan Green. The shortstop, number 18, Grayson Snell. Center field, number 1, Elena Dossie. Pitching for the Indians, number 14, Ramsey Montgomery. The Indians are coached by Carson Owens, and he is assisted by Madison Munson. At this time, we ask that you please rise, and gentlemen, please remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And we're just moments away from that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here, as today's starting pitcher, Ramsey Montgomery, getting her warm-up tosses here to start the contest. Adam Gore, Michael Upton here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. As Michael, a beautiful day for softball here in Fulton. And your thoughts heading into this top 15 matchup?
It's going to be a good one, Adam. ICC comes at number 11 this week. Hinds at number 15. They have a high-powered offense. ICC has two of the best pitchers in all the MACCC. So let's see who can win that matchup today.
So awaiting the Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here from Montgomery. It's going to miss outside for a ball. It comes your way at 12:59. That's a 12:59 Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here in Game 1. Hinds, number 15 in the country. They come in with a record of 22-7, 5-3 inside conference play. ICC, number 11 in the country. They come in with a record of 24-6, 6-2 inside conference play. That pitch fouled back 1-1 now is the count here on Addison Galloway, the second baseman. Michael, let's just kind of talk about it here. What's going to be your Bank Okolona keys to victory for the Indians here in Game 1?
Well, anytime you have Ramsey Montgomery on the mound, you know you've got a great chance to win. She leads not only the MACCC, but she leads all of Division II NJCAA in strikeouts. So if she's on her game and is firing strikes, then the offense just has got to step up and back her up. That's going to be the keys to Game 1 victory.
1-2 now is the count here to Galloway. Looks that pitch going to miss outside for a ball. Evens the count now at 2-2. Galloway, McDaniel, and Hudson scheduled up here. We'll give you today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups in the exchange of the inning.
Galloway's the second baseman for Hinds. Comes in batting .326 on the day. Leads the team with 27 runs.
This one's going to be fouled back, and we'll sit at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Galloway at the plate. Montgomery in the circle here for the Indians.
Galloway's got a lot of speed as well. Leads this Hinds team with 16 stolen bases, so definitely want to erase her as a leadoff runner.
Pitch on its way. In there for strike 3.
Got her looking at him.
Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there. The 132nd strikeout of the season. And that was a big one there for the first out. As you said, Galloway, tons of speed and a big time strikeout there from Ramsey.
So bring up McDaniel, the shortstop. She looks at strike 1 in the inside corner.
So 1 away. That pitch in there for strike, as Michael mentioned. 0-1 is the count. McDaniel, the shortstop on the year. She'll dig in with a 0-1 count. Thought about it, couldn't hang off or couldn't attack that one. Good off-speed pitch there by Ramsey. Don't see that too often out of her, but, man, that changeup was quite nasty.
You're right, Adam. Normally she attacks batters in a different way, but that was well placed and just had her hanging over the plate trying to decide what to do.
That pitch high and outside for a ball. Not a bad spot to miss. 1-2 now is the count here to McDaniel.
Daniel's a .341 hitter, tied with Galloway, 27 runs, leading the team. Also leads their team with 3 triples on the year.
This one fouled off. We'll sit at 1-2. Those stats being brought to you by Samstown Market in Manatee. Appreciate Sam Ferris and all he does to help support ICC athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. Grilling season, it's always grilling season, but this time of year you really want to fire up the grill. No better place to go than Samstown Market. That pitch hops across. 2-2 now is the count. Well, trying a couple of new camera angles today here on the broadcast. Hope everything is looking good for you guys there. Appreciate Cal Brown helping set that up this morning. 2-2 pitch. This one popped up. Catcher can't find it. Oh, tough break there. She actually kind of bumped into the umpire and didn't give a shove, but kind of felt the umpire, and then we couldn't find the ball. Had she found that one, that would have easily been a what a play Wednesday. As that one, she stands maybe 5'6". That one may have been 6'6" in the air.
Lynch just couldn't find it. Nor the umpire. They were just bumping into each other there.
This one fouled off. Nice job finding a piece of that one by McDaniel to keep the at-bat alive here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the first inning. Game 1 between ICC and Hinds. The baseball team, they're on the road down in Raymond. I believe they got a 2 o'clock start down there, so we'll try to get you updates throughout the afternoon. A little slow roller could be trouble. AB comes up and gets it, tosses it over, not in time, and that'll go for an infield single.
A lot of speed by McDaniel down the bases. She has 13 stolen bases this year, so you know she's got it. That one just rolled to where Marler had to charge out to assist Ramsey to cover that, and they could not get the runner in time.
Yeah, one of those that was off the end of the bat and just pretty much put in the perfect position there, as that was just a tough play both for the defense. So now with 1 out and a runner on first, this will be Emma Hudson coming to the plate. She will dig in with 1 out and a runner at first. That ball is going to get away, and the runner will head to second. And now it's going to go to third.
May have a shot.
Over. Yep, throw over is not in time. Heads up base running there by McDaniel. Good call by the third base coach, recognizing that the catcher couldn't find it. Swung her from first to third, and that's a big-time miscue there by the Indians.
It is. With only 1 out, have a runner on third. That really changes what Hinds can do here to drive in the first run of the game.
So now an RBI opportunity here for Hudson. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Count evens up now at 1-1.
Hudson's the first baseman for Hinds today. She comes in batting .386 on the year. She's got 20 runs scored on 32 hits. She leads the team with 10 doubles and leads the team with 29 RBIs as well.
1-1 pitch on its way. This one ripped, but it's going to be pulled foul. Out of play. That'll go for strike 2.
She got around fast on that one, but just sliced it out toward that parking lot there.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. A runner at third here in the top of the first. Game 1 between ICC and Hinds. Pitch coming, liner up the middle. This is going to score a run. Going to have to hurry. The throw from second is just in time. But Hinds does cash in on the pass ball. And that's going to be 4-3 on the putout. RBI, though, for Hudson. 1-0. Hinds with the lead.
That's exactly what you want to do for the batter. You want to hit it to the opposite side so the runner can take off. Had just enough on it to get the speedy runner from third home easily.
So 2 away now. And nobody on the bases here. That pitch in there for a strike to Alex Hall, the third baseman, batting in that 4 spot.
Hall comes in batting .378 on the year. She has 19 runs scored on 31 hits, 6 doubles, leads the team with 5 home runs.
This one popped up. Center fielder Doe doesn't have to make any type of move out there to be able to reel that one in for the 3rd out of the inning. We'll keep it here real quick and give you today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups. We've already introduced you to the first 4 batters here for Hinds, but Michael, tell us about the lineup today for the Eagles.
Yes, sir. Leading off is number 10, Allison Galloway in second base. She was followed by number 1, McDaniel, playing shortstop. Number 2, Emma Hudson is at first base. And then you just saw number 18, Alex Hall, third baseman, fly out to end the top of the first. When they come back around, it'll be number 20, Mackenzie Smith, playing in right field. Batting 6 will be number 12, Abby McLean, the pitcher for Hinds today. She'll be followed by number 4, Addison McKnight, the DP in game 1. Then number 22, Zamora Fireplace, the left fielder, will bat 8th. And batting 9th is number 9, Lakeitha Sampson, the center fielder. Number 16, Carla Harrington, your catcher for Hinds, is in the flex position.
That is your starting lineup there for the Eagles. And now the starting lineup for your ICC Indians. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination. And Coach Owens hopes he has that same winning combination put together here in Game 1.
Leading off for the Indians today is going to be your left fielder, Victoria Fields. She'll be followed by Kaylin Lynch, the catcher, and then A.B. Marler, your first baseman, batting third. In the cleanup spot is Zoe Goodman in a designated player role in Game 1. Taylor Shands, your third baseman, bats fifth. Ella Duhan, the second baseman, bats sixth. In the seventh spot is Morgan Green, the right fielder. Batting eighth is Graceland Snell, the shortstop. And batting ninth, Elena Dossie in center field. Your pitcher, Ramsey Montgomery, is in the flex position for the Indians.
Those are today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups for both squads. 1-0 Hinds with the lead after an RBI ground out by Hudson. Scored McDaniels, who was able to get around the bases after a wild pitch, or excuse me, a pass ball, put her on from first to third. That pitch on the corner for a strike.
This is Victoria Field, your left fielder. She comes in batting .363 today. Leads the team with 24 runs scored on 33 hits. Also leads the teams in doubles and triples. 15 on the doubles, 4 in the triples.
Big swing and a miss there for strike two. Again, stats today being brought to you by Samstown Market in Manatee. So Fields, Lynch, and Marlar due up here. As that pitch goes high. 1-2 now is the count here on Fields. Well, if you're watching the game, you've got plenty of time to get out to the ballpark today. Free admission to softball games this season. As this pitch popped up, shortstop going to drift back, call off the left fielder, who then comes in and calls her off and will make the play for out number one.
Yeah, she got underneath that one, lifted out. We have a little bit of wind coming in as you look at the flag out there on the scoreboard. Kind of hung that one up in the air, and easy for the left fielder to get underneath that one.
So now with one out, this will bring Kaylin Lynch, the catcher, to the plate. 1-0 the lead here for Hinds. That pitch high for a ball.
Lynch is batting .358 for the Indians. She has 6 runs scored on 19 hits, a double and a triple, and 1 home run on the year.
She's working with a 1-0 count. That went in there for a strike. Now the count evens up at 1-1.
This umpire clearly likes that corner right there on his lower left side. So left or right batter, you're going to have to watch that.
So waiting the 1-1 pitch here. 1 out, nobody on here for the Indians. This one popped up back and off the netting. Now the count will go 1-2. Well, Michael, the Indians started the season knocking the cover off the ball, and they've struggled over the last 2 or 3 weeks to come up with consistent hitting. And that was one thing that Coach Owens said that the Indians were going to have to do today to beat this Eagle squad.
Definitely. If you look back at the midweek contest with 2 contests with Northwest, the Indians only scored 4 runs in the 2 games combined, and that is very atypical for this team. So they're going to have to pick up that pace, and already behind 1-0 in the first, they definitely can't fall behind.
So 2-2 now is the count, and that one hit her.
Ooh, up high there.
Looked like it either maybe caught her on the elbow, thought it might have caught her on that wrist, but instead they're going to give her a chance to kind of walk this one off over at first base.
Well, while she's walking it off, I got a great stat for you.
Okay.
Not only does Ramsey Montgomery lead all of NJCA Division II in strikeouts, ICC as a team leads both the MAC and Division II in hit by pitches. That is our 32nd hit by pitch of the year.
Yeah, they ain't going to back down from any of them. So now with a runner on first, this is going to be A.B. Marlar coming to the plate. That pitch misses inside for a ball. I know her record was broken before, but I always think about Alex Brown, the former All-American here. She led the team both her freshman and sophomore season in hit by pitches. There's a swing and a miss there for strike one. But one of those, somewhere she's smiling because she was tough, still is, tough as a pine knot. But that's just showing you being able to kind of sacrifice for the team, wanting to do whatever you can to get on base. That pitch high for a 2-1 count now here to Marlar.
Ella Duhan, the second baseman for the Indians, leads the team. She's been hit 11 times alone, but that leads another 21 spread out over the rest of the team now. So the team definitely stands in and doesn't shy off.
2-1 pitch coming in the dirt. Now the count will go 3-1 here to Marlar.
Marlar, one of the best hitters on this Indian team, batting .488. She is third in MACC with that average. She has 40 hits, 10 home runs, and 75 total bases on the year.
So waiting the 3-1 offering here to Marlar. That one runs inside, and that'll be a walk. Nice at bat there by A.B. And so now the Indians got something going here, trying to answer the run they gave up in the top half of the inning. They've got runners at first and second with one out here, and this will be Zoe Goodman coming to the plate.
Goodman's a 275 batter on the year, has 7 RBIs, has a great opportunity here to add to that as well. She is the designated player for the Indians here in Game 1.
One of those where she DPs or catches. She typically catches in Game 2. Listen to that pitch outside for a ball. Well, you get a very unique look now with a runner at second. As we said, just trying out the new camera out there in center field. Hopefully it will continue to be a fixture out here. That pitch missing low. Ball 2, 2-0 now is the count, and looks like we're going to have a quick meeting in the circle here by Hinds to kind of just maybe work on getting McLean, there we go.
There we go.
A little refocused here in this situation. But Michael ICC gave up that run after the pass ball allowed the runner to go from first to third, then an RBI ground out. Indians wanting to battle back here, string together some hits, and put a run on the board.
They got an opportunity. McLean was able to get Fields to get underneath one and fly out to left, but since then she has struggled to can be consistent and find the strike zone, hitting Lynch and then walking Marlar on 5 pitches. Well, now already behind 2-0 to Goodman.
Home plate umpire giving them a lot of time to chat here. Unlike the baseball game the other night, pretty much the home plate umpire during that Northwest series, he would give a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi count, and then basically follow the coach
right on out there,
and then say, all right, that's good enough, which I'm glad he did in Game 1 because that Game 1 lasted 4 hours and 3 minutes. Coach Andy Kurt tuning in said Alex Brown had 45 career hit by pitches, 24 and 21 in her seasons.
That's a few bruises here and there, Adam.
And I guarantee you she wore them proudly. So it's a 2-0 count. There's one out. Runners at first and second here for the Indians. This is Goodman at the dish here for ICC. That pitch in there for a strike. Whatever the coach said, he needs to remember it in this situation, as that was a instant pitch right down the middle. 2-1 now is the count here to Goodman.
You see this Hinds corners playing in to cut off a lead runner if they can.
That one ripped to the first baseman, and they're going to turn 2. No, they didn't.
Oh,
they had to tag her.
You're right. It was a force. You're correct,
big
Adam.
time break there for the Indians. So I was thinking, much like Hinds, that was a double play. It was not, because she stepped on first, and when stepping on first, that removes the force.
Exactly.
And so that will be a 3 unassisted on the putout. Now can the Indians cash in, as now they've got runners at second and third. A swing and a miss there by Shand.
Shand, your third baseman, comes in batting .306 on the year. She has 22 hits. 22 hits, 31 RBI, and 8 home runs.
So 0-1 is the count here, and couldn't catch up with the rise ball there. 0-2 now is the count to Shands. This is a bat the Indians would love to see get fired back up here.
Love to see her put one out in the gap here. At least score one, maybe score the second one for sure.
Reaches out, fouls that one off to keep the at-bat alive here. 0-2 now is the count to Shands.
Good job to protect that corner out there. Go out there and foul that off. Keep your at-bat alive after getting behind 0-2. See what Taylor can do with the next pitch.
So waiting the 0-2 offering here to Shands. And got her looking at strike 3. Great answer there by McLean to come back and get the Renaissance Bank strikeout and end the inning with no damage done. ICC, no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on base, both of them in scoring position. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the second right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates two things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is a real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the second inning. Hinds 1, ICC 0, as Ramsey Montgomery still on the hill here for the Indians. It'll be Smith, McLean, and McKnight scheduled up here for Hinds in the bottom of the second. Thought about that first one. They're going to say she did go as they appeal down to first. So that'll go for strike one.
Mackenzie Smith, right fielder for the Eagles today, comes in batting .304 on the year. She has 13 runs on 24 hits.
She'll dig in, waiting the 0-1 pitch here. That one runs in high for a ball. Michael, we hadn't had a chance to take a look at the stats of the pitchers yet. Take a look at the stats here on Montgomery.
Excellent. Yes, Ramsey comes in with a team-leading 1.49 ERA, 9 wins and 4 losses in her 15 appearances, 9 of those being complete games. She also has 1 save on the year.
And then she just hit the batter there on Smith.
Uncharacteristic for Montgomery.
Both teams now have hit a batter in the contest.
Ramsey comes in with only 26 walks on the year to her now 132 strikeouts. That leads, as we said, both the MACCC and NJCA Division II in those categories. She's also first in the conference in strikes per 7 innings with 11.51.
Yeah, she is, for lack of better words, been slinging it this year.
Indeed, and thanks to Coach Andy Kirk, found out that she recently passed Bailey Springfield for 4th place in modern history on season strikeout list. Next up, she'd be chasing Emily Robinson, who sits at 3rd at 147.
Take a special day to catch M-Rob today.
Indeed.
So 0-2 is the count here to McLean. Swinging and a miss, strike 3.
Well, there's 2, Adam, so you never know. We did see her strike out, was it 19 against Mississippi Gulf Coast here 2 weeks ago, right before we all left for spring break. She had, now that game did go 12 innings, but the majority of her strikeouts came in the traditional 7.
So now with 1 out, runner at first, this will be McKnight, the DP at the plate. Listen to that pitch in there for a strike, and Ramsey is in her rhythm here. Be really surprised if you don't maybe start seeing Hinds step out of the batter's box and kind of slow her tempo down a little bit. 0-1 is the count here to McKnight. Runner at first. This pitch fouled off, and now the count will go 0-2.
McKnight is the designated player in this game for the Eagles. She comes in batting .429 on the year. She has 9 hits and 2 runs scored, a pair of doubles, and 5 RBI on the year.
So now the count goes 0-2 here to McKnight. Montgomery getting set to deal here. Pitch is on its way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Back-to-back strikeouts pushes Ramsey to 3 on the day so far.
That strikeout being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. They are the bank that understands you. Find out why by visiting renaissancebank.com. See a special guest in the house. Brother Chris Burrows making an appearance this afternoon here in Fulton.
Valued member of this ICC softball family, ICC family in general, but
yes.
The softball family in particular, as he did the PA work here for a long time supporting this team.
So 0-1 is the count here to Zamora Fireplace.
There goes a runner.
Throw down is, would have been in time, but the throw kind of came up a little short. So that'll be a stolen base there for Smith, who was hit by a pitch to start the inning. They call the pitch a strike. 0-1 is the count. 2 outs, and now a runner at second here for the Eagles. I have to pause because it's very unique for Hinds. They have 2 mascots because they have sports on 2 campuses. That pitch outside. They play basketball in Utica They're the Bulldogs on the Utica campus, the Eagles on the Raymond campus.
To be fair, I waited to see which one you said earlier because I almost said Bulldogs and didn't want to be wrong. So
they're saying the count now is 2-1 on the scoreboard. Is that one in the dirt, missing for a ball?
Try to get a look at the umpire if he gives us a signal, but as you've got 3-1, he is not showing anything.
So either he hasn't looked or he's going to agree with it. Actually, the count now shows 3-2.
Yeah, I thought that should have been right, but that's going to be a fourth ball and a walk there.
So all sorts of confusion all the way around. And so now to be runners at first and second. And this will be the number 9 batter, Sampson, the center fielder, coming to the plate.
Sampson's a .250 hitter on the year. 9 runs on 10 hits.
Indians looking for the exit in this situation. And that pitch missing low.
Defense playing in, crashing, preparing for a bunt or a slap hit from this number 9 hitter here.
We've already seen the speed of Hinds cause some issues for the Indians today. Sampson looks at that one. That pitch in there for a strike. Evens the count up now at 1-1.
Montgomery, 2 strikeouts already in this inning. Looking to work her way out of this jam with runners on first and second.
So waiting the 1-1 pitch here from Montgomery. This one popped up, back and out of play. Now the count will go 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Hinds trying to add to their 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Or excuse me. Yes, top of the second. Had it listed at the bottom. My apologies. So the 1-2 pitch on its way. And that one just missing.
It may be across the corner, but did finish on the outside, so he did not give the benefit of the doubt there.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here from Montgomery on its way. This one popped up and it also get out of play. Pretty much a carbon copy of her last foul ball.
Sampson here battling, trying to keep this at bat, this scoring opportunity alive for Hinds. 2-2 count, 2 outs, runners on first and second.
Montgomery getting set to deliver the pitch. This is going to be a flare out to left field. Left fielder, off the mitt there. As it was a diving effort, but just couldn't come up with it as they had the shift on there. And I'm going to credit that for a hit as she was trying to make the diving catch. So that'll be an RBI single. Of course, my stats, as always, unofficial. But all it does matter in that situation is it pushes across another run. And Hinds now up 2-0 here in the top of the second. And we flip it back to the top of the lineup now here with Galloway. She swings on the first pitch. She sees this one's trouble, and it's going to fall for a fair ball. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. They're going to try to turn it into a triple. Could be a run down here. And they do throw it now, so they're going to get the tag over. Is it in time? Yes, it is. But not before 2 more runs are put on the board there. It'll go for a double off the bat of Galloway that scores 2 runs. Then you go 9 to 5 to 4 unofficially on the putout of Galloway. Big inning there for Hinds. They lead it now 4-0. ICC needs to find the bats and get something going here in the bottom of the second. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, can you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 3 runs in the top part of the inning. Hinds takes a 4-0 lead here in game 1. This will be the 6, 7, 8 batters coming up here for ICC. Duhan, Green, and Snell. Michael, ICC just trying to make a couple of diving catches in that last inning. Couldn't come up with either one of them. Good job by Hinds to cash in on those.
Indeed, starts with the hit by pitch and the walk that end up coming back to hurt Montgomery as the first 2 runners and keep the inning going. But yeah, a couple balls that fell just in front of ICC outfielders.
There's going to be a ground ball. It's going to get past the third baseman who was playing in there, and that'll go for a hit.
Great shot by Duhan. She came in today batting .274 on the year. As we said, she was leading the team with 11 hit by pitches. Actually recently passed Kara Hayes to be second place in career hit by pitches with 24. So she still trails Alex quite a bit in a career, but she has been hit quite a bit herself.
So a runner on first. There is no outs here. We're in the bottom of the second. That ball gets away, and the runner will be able to advance to second.
Yeah, she made no she offered but did not make contact. So on the pass ball, Duhan scampers down to second.
And they're going to say it was not a strike after they're appealing to first. That was one of them. Honestly, could have went either way in my opinion. That's the reason why I say that, Michael.
Yes, sir.
Wasn't paying attention.
Well, the bat was up there, but it made no contact.
There's going to be a bunt. It's going to be knocked down, and now ICC starting to get some breaks.
Perfect. Third baseman crashed in, tried to barehand it, but the ball actually had a spin on it, Adam. And as she went to grab it, and now they're not watching, she's going to go on, and Green advances to second.
And that's one thing that the Indians have always done, been kind of sneaky in that situation. I'm going to give that a hit as the third baseman was charging in on the play, did try to barehand it. So that'll be back-to-back singles to start the inning there for the Indians. And heads up base running by Green gets her in scoring position. And now this will be Snell, the shortstop, coming to the plate.
After falling behind 4-0, ICC's got to take advantage of this opportunity here. 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out.
Big-time pitch there from McLean. Is that first pitch in there for a strike? Well, ICC had runners in scoring position in the first with 1 out, but couldn't come up with anything. Now ICC, we talked about it, looking for some timely hits, and this would be a clutch situation here. As that pitch goes high for a ball, 1-1 now is the count.
Snell, your shortstop's batting .209 on the year. She has 10 runs on 14 hits, 11 RBI. Love to see her put something down in a gap and get to 13.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs, wind blowing into the ballpark here. This one hit hard. It's going to be back, and the outfielder finds it, but they will be deep enough to tag up the runner, and ICC will get the sacrifice fly. Being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins, that is the ICC BSU.
Important for the Indians to get that first run on the board and take advantage of that no-out situation.
Thought for a second it might have got over the head of the left fielder, but she did a great job of getting out there and adjusting to it, did fireplace.
She did move back faster than I thought she could, backtracking, and that little bit of wind coming in from left field from the scoreboard, able to assist the outfielder a little bit as well.
That first pitch called a strike as we have Elena Dawsey in that 9 spot here. Playing in center field today. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
Dawsey, a speedy center fielder who has shown tremendous plays. I don't see how she's not on What a Play Wednesday every week, Adam, but has been a real big presence out there in center field defensively. Also leads the team in stolen bases with 11.
1-1 pitch. It's going to be fouled off. Now the count will go 1-2. Michael, we got some royalty up here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation.
We do. Award-winning coaches that just pop by and bless us with their presence.
MACCC. I think there's another C in there somewhere. Coach of the Year. The conference champion Indians. Coach Darren Wilson. Coach Wilson, there we go. Try not to sneeze in the middle of your name, but sorry to insult you there, Coach. But, Coach, thanks for coming up here, and congratulations on a great season this year. Now the count goes 2-2 as that one missed. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And this one's going to be fouled off. And Dawsey will continue to battle here.
We have seen a lot of not just good defensive play, but a lot of good at-bats by the freshman here. She really understands her role here in that 9-hole, how she's supposed to keep it going like a second leadoff and turn things over here for the Indians.
Awaiting the 2-2 offering. And that one's missing low and outside. Now the count goes 3-2. Well, you've got speed over at second base in green. Anything down to the outfield, which they're playing her to go to the left side. Actually playing her kind of shallow as well.
Infielder, yeah, all the infielders are about halfway in. Right field way in.
There's going to be another foul ball. So a nice little battle going here between McLean and Dawsey as the count stays full at 3-2.
McLean trying to work out of the jam for the Eagles. She faced a runners on second and third with no out situation.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Nice job by McLean coming back to win that battle for her second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. We flip it back now to the top of the lineup here, as this will be Victoria Fields coming to the dish here for the Indians with 2 outs and a runner at second. That pitch up high for a ball.
Indians need a clutch 2-out hit here. Try to cut this lead in half from 4-0. Got it down to 4-1. Like to cut it 4-2 here. Keep this second inning going.
Fields flew out to left. And she lifts that pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count.
She got under one. Flew it out there to fireplace and left. I think she'd like to find one that she can just drive out as she's done all year.
So McLean getting set to deliver the pitch here. This one fouled off. It's out of play. ICC is fouling off a lot of those pitches. Can't really time these up right now. Just slightly behind on these from McLean.
If Fields can time it up, though, you know, she is the leader in extra base hits for the Indians. She has 19 of those, 20 of those when you count the home run.
So waiting the 2-1 offering here. This one put a charge in it. Left fielder's going to go back and can't find it. It's going to drop. And that will go for an error on the play, but it does score a run for the Indians.
Absolutely. Not what we wanted, ideally, but taking it and still alive here, able to cut that lead 4-2 and keep going. Another opportunity here with another runner in scoring position. This brings up Lynch, the catcher.
We talked about the wind, the way it's blowing into the ballpark. That one looked like it kind of caught up in the wind that time as Fireplace hit her in the glove, just couldn't hang on to it there. And so a big-time break for the Indians. So with 2 outs in the inning, there is a runner at second. This will bring Lynch to the plate. She was hit by a pitch in her only appearance so far here in Game 1.
She advanced around to third in that first inning, but was left stranded there and was unable to score.
There's a shot up the middle, and that's going to be down. This could score another run. They're swinging her home. The throw is not going to be in time. As a matter of fact, it was cut off. And now a big answer here for the Indians. They answered with 3 more here in the bottom half of the inning after 3 was put up in the top half by the Eagles.
Exactly, Adam. ICC able to take advantage of this opportunity here in the second inning that they did not take advantage of in the first inning. So the same way that Hinds was able to take advantage of some pass balls and some just missed opportunities by ICC doing the same here in the bottom of the second.
The Indians also cashing in on an error as that pitch missing inside for a ball. The way the umpire stood up so quickly, thought he was about to call it a strike. But we have
Hinds has got someone running down to the bullpen. It's 21. Jasmine Robertson going down. Looks like she's going to warm up.
That pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. ICC had someone in the bullpen earlier as well, but they are no longer warming up down there. And it looks like they're going to want to come out and talk to the pitcher in this situation, try to get them refocused, and know that this is a big situation here with one of the top hitters in the league, also in the country when it comes to power, and A.B. Marler at the plate. So you got to be careful. Yes, the wind is blowing into the ballpark, but A.B.'s got the power to be able to fight it out of the ballpark despite the wind.
Absolutely. She has paced this team all year offensively, one of the leaders in the entire MACCC for her with her bat, and she knows how to take a ball and put it where she needs to benefit her team.
So she'll dig in here and fouls that one off. 2-1 now is the count.
Good pitch by McLean as she went inside on AB to try to tie her up, and she did. She just a little ahead of that one, fouls it down the third base line.
So 2-1 now is the count here to AB. There is a runner at first. 4-3 is your score. Hinds with the lead here in the bottom of the second. Marler looks at that pitch, and it's just missing outside. 3-1 now is the count.
Indeed, if I was McLean, I'd be a little upset that that didn't get called. It was a good-looking pitch, but just stayed off the plate enough that the umpire did not call it.
Through a 3-1 count here for Marler with the runner at first. Pops this one up, could be trouble. Second baseman chasing and can't make the play in foul territory.
Had an
Huge
opportunity
break
there.
Yeah.
Just off the edge of her glove, but like you said, just Adam, good break for the Indians. That means AB gets another swing and ICC gets another chance to try to tie this game up at 4-all.
3-2 with 2 outs. Runner will be in motion on the pitch here for the Indians. ICC has battled back to match the 3 runs Hinds put on in the top half of the inning. Marler fouls that one off, and we'll sit at 3-2.
AB was able to draw a walk in her first at bat. Her team leading 14th walk of the year, but here's not looking for that. She's looking to put one in play here and get that runner around.
So the count full at 3-2. And this one popped up, just got underneath that one. Center fielder's going to come in and will squeeze it for the out. So the Eagles finally stop some of the bleeding there with a pop-up to center field, but the Indians do put 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We'll take a timeout, come back with the top of the third. ICC trailing Hinds 4-3 here in Game 1 in Fulton.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading to the top of the third inning. Hinds 4, ICC 3. Appreciate everyone tuning in here this afternoon to the ICC Sports Network. I want to say a special hello to those that are watching in favor of Hinds. And, of course, I know he's busy right now, but Dylan, the SID down there at Hinds, he works hard for you guys. So next time you see him at a ball game, stop and tell him thank you for all the hard work he does for you down there, for all your sports down at Hinds. That's Dylan, and no better way to thank him than buy him a nice ice-cold Coke.
Tell you who else down there would deserve and enjoy a nice ice-cold Coke is Matt Jones and his team at the Hinds Foundation. They do a lot of great work down there to help all their students and all their programs, and we're grateful for our relationship with them in our office at the foundation here.
Well, that last pitch called a strike as it looked like it was a little bit outside. Some of the Hinds fans chirping after that one. 1-1 is the count. That's going to be a foul ball as it hit her while she was still in the batter's box there. So now the count will go 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs as this is McDaniel starting us off. It'll be McDaniel, Hudson, and Hall scheduled up here for the Eagles in the top of the third. This pitch, sky high but foul, out of play, and will sit at 1-2.
McDaniel singled, advanced to third on that pass ball that kicked off home plate, and eventually scored the first run back in the first inning for Hinds.
And this one popped up, and that's going to be trouble there, and the second baseman makes the play. Fields came in trying to dive on that one, and coach is going to come out and have a word here in the circle with the team. We'll take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Hey guys, get a Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back after a spirited conversation in the circle there as ICC able to get that out, but just kind of a little bit of a failure to communicate on that. So probably just one of those that coach wanting to get them refocused. There's a grounder right back to the pitcher. Toss over in time, 1-3 for out number 2. Yeah, that was one thing that, of course, we talked about having men's basketball coach up here, Coach Wilson, with us. He was very confused because he said, I have never had to talk to my guys like that ever in the game of basketball. And if I need to say that with a little bit more sarcasm in my voice, folks, I will. As now there's 2 outs in the inning, and this will be Hall coming to the plate.
She flew out to center field in the first inning.
This is that first pitch on that edge. 0-1 is the count.
If Montgomery can get her out here quickly, it'd be the first 1-2-3 inning of this game for the Indians.
Be clutch for ICC as their bats starting to heat up there with 3 runs in the bottom of the second. That one's ripped but caught right by the third baseman. Great play. Let's look at that one on the Little Caesars instant replay as that one got on top of Shands in a hurry, but she was able to get the out. And a 3-up, 3-down inning, as you called it, Michael. It's what the Indians needed. We'll head to the bottom of the third and take a break and be back with more right after this.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it. A Coke Zero and
Okay.
a smile.
We're Coke brand managers. Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero has a life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da, 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 da.
It all leads to this moment. It started with stepping out and discovering what you're capable of. Planning your future while learning, serving, and getting a real collegiate experience. Because the place you start can change everything. Itawamba Community College. You belong here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the bottom of the third inning. Hinds 4, ICC 3. And Michael, it was a spirited conversation in the circle and followed up by a second stanza there in the dugout.
Indeed, but you know what? Sometimes we all need to come to Jesus meeting just to make sure we're all on the same page.
I need those quite often. Tyler Kemp will back me up on those.
Oh, I'm sure he's never had to have one of those with you.
As this is going to be Goodman at the plate. This one popped up back behind us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. Find out how you can help support ICC athletics by visiting iccms.edu/Indian Club. That's iccms.edu/Indian Club. That pitch high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Wind continued to blow into the ballpark, basically blowing in from the scoreboard to home plate. So that'd be left field for those unfamiliar where the scoreboard is. And that pitch called a ball.
No, he called a strike there at the
called
end.
a strike. Called a
Late
strike.
call. It was a little low, but my assumption is it was a drop-in pitch in his estimation.
So waiting the 1-2 pitch here. That one just a bit high. Evens things up now at 2-2. So it'll be Goodman, Shands, and Duhan scheduled up here for the Indians. It was Duhan that got that 3-run inning started, where she started the bottom of the second off with a single. 2-2 pitch. That one's missing low. Now the count goes full at 3-2.
Good opportunity here for Goodman. Battling here, Indians behind a run, but they've put a lot of pitches on McLean so far.
So looking for that 3-2 pitch here. On its way. Grounded, fouled off. And we'll stay at 3-2.
Nice moves there by Coach Owen. Dig that out of the ground.
Lead by example is what he did there. Got in front of it, kept it there, reeled it in over there at third base.
Bent the knees, got down.
Yes.
Nice, smooth, solid motion there.
So full count pitch coming here. This one ripped, but down the line it's going to drift foul.
Good turn there. Goodman just got to straighten that one out just a bit.
So the count is 3-2 now here on Zoe. She's the DP, batting in that 4 spot here for the Indians in game 1. McLean still in the circle here for Hinds. Both teams have sent pitchers to get warmed up, but have yet to make a call to the bullpen. 3-2 pitch. And it runs inside for a ball.
Leadoff base runner for ICC, second inning in a row. Maybe they can take advantage here like they did in the second inning.
That is the second walk of the game for McLean. And so now ICC will send Taylor Shands to the plate with no outs and a runner at first. Shands struck out looking to end the first in her only appearance so far. And she didn't like me talking about that one because she fouls it right back directly at me. Thank goodness there's a net.
She came out swinging in that first at-bat, trying to really attack McLean, and here she is swinging on the first pitch once again.
So 0-1 is the count here to Shands. This time she shows bunt, pops it up. It goes foul and back and out of play. Good effort by the catcher there. Harrington just couldn't quite get to it as it ran out of real estate and eventually ran into the net, but now the count goes 0-2.
Adam, if she could have got that down, it probably would have been pretty successful. She doesn't not bunt very much, so probably would have caught the defense unprepared had she successfully got that one in.
So 0-2 now is the count. No outs and a runner at first. Shands at the dish. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is the third Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for McLean. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting renaissancebank.com. So now with one out, this is going to be Ella Duhan, who singled and scored a run in her first appearance. Swings on this one, pops it up, it goes foul for strike 1. Whatever adjustments McLean has made, it's been pretty good. She's working more inside on the batters, but her varying of speeds have kept ICC on their heels here at the plate.
Indeed, and everything they're fouling is off to that left side. So she, like you said, she's working these right-handed batters inside quite a bit.
0-1 pitch. This one popped up, back, and out of play. Now the count will go 0-2.
That one landed up here on the Jim Ingram party deck here. Full of folks on this beautiful day out here to watch ICC softball.
So 0-2 is the count. I understand Jim is on a road trip today.
He is.
Going to go pick up a dog.
He and Miss Heather on the way to Chattanooga.
This one popped up. Center fielder's going to have to hurry and will come in and make the play. So wish safe travels to Jim, as that will be the second out of the inning. Runner had to retreat back to first. And so now this will be Morgan Green. She had a single and scored.
She also stole a base there in the second inning as well. After her single when she caught the defense napping.
Healthy swing there, missing. Strike one, 0-1 is the count. Indians trying to spark a little bit of a two-out rally here, see if they can maybe tie the ball game if they can play the run here. We're in the bottom of the third, game one between ICC and Hinds. Green looks at that pitch, beautiful pitch. Finds that corner for a strike. 0-2 is the count. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at first here for the Indians. Morgan Green at the dish. Looks at that one and don't know where it missed.
I'm going to use my favorite Adam Goreism right here. Consistently inconsistent. He has not been super sharp on those corners. Back and forth, both teams feeling it.
So 1-2 now is the count here to Green. Runner goes. That pitch outside, throw down is not in time, and that'll be a stolen base.
Goodman in well ahead of that tag attempt. ICC's second stolen base of the afternoon.
So now a base hit, something down to the outfield could be really clutch here for the Indians. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at second. This one's going to be fouled back, and we'll sit at 2-2.
Nice job by Green there just to get a piece enough to stay alive, trying to protect that outside corner. As a left-handed batter, she's got to watch that other side that the right-handed batters have been suffering from.
2-2 pitch, fouled off, out of play, and we'll stay at 2-2. Tying run at second. That's Goodman, who walked, stole a base. And it was a strikeout, a fly out, and now Morgan Green with a 2-2 count here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. This one's popped up, and center fielder will be able to camp underneath it for the out. So a nice job getting out of that jam there by McLean, and the Indians leave the third runner of the afternoon on base in scoring position. We'll take a break, come back with the top of the fourth. Hinds 4, ICC 3. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
that's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra. Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the fourth. Pitch swung on and fouled off for strike one, as this is Smith, McLean, and McKnight scheduled up here for Hinds in the top of the fourth. 4-3 is your score. Adam Gore, Michael Upton bring you this action here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ramsey Montgomery still in the circle for the Indians. Struck out 3 Eagles and only walked 1 so far today.
That pitch goes high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Again, if you're in the area watching, plenty of time to get out here. Free softball this afternoon. An absolute beautiful day to be at the ballpark. Awaiting the 1-1 pitch here. This one hammered. Right fielder's going to have to go back and makes the leaping catch.
My, Morgan jumps up, snow cones that one in the glove, controls it as she lands on her feet, and careens out toward the fence. But absolute Great play there by, am I all right? Yes, it is Morgan Green in right field. Thank you.
Yep, Morgan Green out there, and it did actually happen in the picture of the screen. Normally those type of plays happen when it's off screen, so great play out there in right as that pitch on that outer edge for a strike. And pretty much when an umpire calls a strike, whether it be inside, outside, you're going to hear one side of the ballpark yell no, and then on the next inning you're going to hear the other side of the ballpark yell no. So I don't know that the home plate umpire will be getting any Christmas cards from any of the fans today.
Oh, she offered it that one.
And they're going to appeal down to first, and they're going to say he did not go. And I agree, she went, but 9 times out of 10 in those type situations, if the umpire doesn't immediately appeal, very rarely does his partner overrule him. 1-1 now is the count. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
This is McLean, the pitcher for the Eagles, and at the plate. She struck out looking in her first plate appearance.
There is one out in this situation. 1-2 is the count. Pitch on its way. Strike 3.
Got her looking again. Pulled the trigger on that last one.
That is the 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout. Is that correct, Upton?
Yes, sir. Number 4.
And that was when McLean knew it as she just started walking away before the umpire pulled the chain on that one. So now 2 outs, and this will be McKnight at the plate. She struck out swinging and takes a healthy chop at that one, fouls it back, and strike 1 will be the call in this situation.
McKnight, the designated player for Hinds here in game 1 of this 2-game contest today.
Good job by Lynch. She was acting like she was looking at the softball and then walked it out there to Montgomery after it was deflected off the chest of the home plate umpire. So 0-1 is the count here to McKnight, the DP. And that one finds the corner for strike 2. Might have bought her a half an inch after doing that for the umpire.
Maybe so, but still a good pitch. And Montgomery trying to get her second 1-2-3 inning in a row here if she can put away McKnight.
Waiting for the 0-2 pitch here. And that one just fouled back.
She stretched out to keep a piece of that one to stay alive there.
So a big-time foul ball there to keep the at-bat alive here and extend the inning for the Eagles. 0-2 is the count. Montgomery getting set to deliver the pitch. That's going to be a liner, but right at the shortstop for the out. So another 3-up, 3-down inning thanks to a great play out there in right field by Morgan Green to start the inning off with robbing the Eagles of an extra base hit. We'll take a timeout, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading now to the bottom of the 4th. ICC trailing this one 4-3 to Hinds here in game 1. This one living up to everything we anticipated and then some with this top 15 matchup. ICC number 11, Hinds number 15 in the country. As that first pitch low for a ball. For ICC, 8-9-1 batters due up. Snell, Dawsey, and Fields.
Snell had an RBI sacrifice fly back in the second inning. Scored ICC's first run of the day. She drove in Duhan.
Pops this one up, and right now that's what the Indians seem to be doing. It's just popping everything up. Matter of fact, they have not, well, except for one play, as that was a pop-up to the second baseman. Other than Zoe grounding out to first, every out today has either been a strikeout or a pop-out.
Yeah, and a lot of things in the air, a lot of fly-outs, pop-out, sac fly.
So now back to this is Dawsey at the plate. Fouls this one back for strike one.
McLean came into the day with 37 strikeouts for the Eagles, but only allowed a 178 batting average to her opponent. So clearly that's the type of pitcher that she's going to just make you put something in the air, let her defense back her up.
Dawsey swings on that one, fouls it back. 0-2 now is the count. Baseball in action. They should be just now getting started down there in Raymond for a doubleheader in conference play for baseball. We'll try to keep you updated on it throughout the afternoon. Not a bad pitch to see if you can get her to chase one that time. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here for the Indians in the bottom of the fourth. This one popped up, going to be down the line and foul, and we'll stay at 1-2.
Just puts that one into the fence there of the visitors' dugout. Left fielder Fireplace gave chase, but couldn't get there.
So the count will stay 1-2 here on Dawsey. Fields is on deck here as we'll flip it back to the top part of the lineup after this one. That pitch high. 2-2 now is the count.
Dawsey had a good battle in her first at bat. Ended up being a strikeout victim, but worked a lot of pitches against McLean and saw a lot.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. That pitch goes high. Nice little battle going in again here as Dawsey has battled back to force the count to go full. So 3-2 is the count. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the fourth, ICC trailing this one by 1. And draws the walk. Great at bat there by Dawsey.
Indeed, only the 3rd walk of the day for the Indians, but those base runners are huge. And you can get on base in front of Victoria Fields, who likes to hit doubles and triples. Then you got the speed of Dawsey at first with someone who gets a lot of extra base hits. It's a good opportunity for ICC here with only 1 out.
Impressive to come back from an 0-2 count to draw that walk. And now, as you said, Fields, she reached on an error, scored in her last at bat. As that pitch in there for a strike, she flew out to left in her first. So if I'm Hinds, I expect something to go to the left side of the field, because she has gone there in both at bats. First pitch called a strike. 0-1 is the count here to the left fielder Fields. And this one popped up left side. Shortstop goes over and makes the play.
And that's the 3rd one that she's, as you said, in the air to the left side of the field, Adam.
And again, another just routine pop-up by the Indians, and McLean doing her job, especially after doing a good job after getting roughed up for 3 in the bottom of the second, has settled down since then. And now this will be Lynch, who had an RBI single in her last at bat. She's also been hit by a pitch. Runner goes, throw down is not in time.
They are not going to get Dawsey. That is her team-leading 12th stolen base of the year.
I believe that'll be the 3rd steal of the day for the Indians. And that pitch called a strike. 0-1 is the count here. Inside for a ball.
Dawsey making a big lead there at second. I think trying to keep the pitcher and catcher occupied on her as much as she can. Give a better chance to Lynch to find a pitch that she can drive through one.
Count is 1-1. Runner at second here for the Indians. That is the tying run. That one runs inside, nearly hit Lynch that time. One of those she kind of looks back at coach and said, I probably should have took that.
Increase that in JCA leading HBPs.
So 2-1 now is the count. Grounder. And it's going to be a toss over in time. So once again, just another routine play, a rare ground ball. 4-3 on the putout. And ICC leaves their fourth runner on base in scoring position here in game one. We'll take a break, come back at the top of the fifth. ICC trailing by 1 here to Hinds. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the fifth inning. ICC trailing in this one. Montgomery still in the circle for the Indians, as it has been a pitcher's duel since we had that fourth, basically 7 runs scored in the first 2 innings. Both pitchers have settled down and have got it working. ICC, though, is going to look back and see 1, 2, 3, 4 runners stranded in scoring position, currently haunting them in this contest. That pitch high for ball 2.
Both teams able to get out of the third and fourth innings in relatively short number of batters. ICC 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hinds 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 with no damage done.
Well, that's kind of the difference in the game right now. Hinds has been able to cash in when they've had runners in scoring position. That one missing low for a ball. 3-0 now is the count. ICC has left all but 1 runner in scoring position that they've left on the bag so far. So 4 of the 5 have been in scoring position. That one taking the whole way that time. Montgomery able to just load up and toss that one down Main Street. 3-1 now is the count.
She has struck out 4 on the day so far, only walked 1, also hit 1 batter.
This one popped up back and will land in the Jim Ingram party deck area. Luckily, well over the head of any fans back there.
Yeah, safely over the family and friends that like to congregate up here with that good view down the first baseline.
So waiting the 3-2 pitch here. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
That is the Ramsey Montgomery we're used to seeing. Behind 3-0, but just comes out and attacks that batter and gets 3 straight strikes, gets her out.
5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Montgomery, and that was a big one to start the inning. And now this will be Sampson coming to the plate. She had an RBI single and scored a run. So she'll dig in here with 1 out and nobody on. Behind on that one, strike 1.
She was able to drive one out to very shallow left, and Fields came in, just couldn't quite get the glove on it that gave the RBI single to Sampson at her first plate appearance. So you see Fields shallow again.
There's a grounder. It goes foul. And 0-2 now is the count.
We failed to mention earlier when we were talking about some of the stats on Montgomery and the success she's had so far this year, that this week she is both the MACCC and the National NJCAA Division II Pitcher of the Week. I believe that's her second honor this year to be National Pitcher of the Week.
0-2 pitch. This one fouled off the netting and will stay at 0-2. Good call on that, Michael. I forgot about mentioning that.
Well, you and your team had a lot of great news to put out this week between Ramsey, Coach Wilson, Coach of the Year, Demarion Winston, Male Player of the Year, Tootie Lockett, Female Player of the Year, and so many more honors that I can't even keep up with.
Both teams had 4 players. They're going to say she did not go. I'm going to agree that one's low. But, yeah, both men's and women's basketball team had 4 representatives on the all-conference team, had 2 each on the all-Region 23 tournament team. And as you mentioned, a lot of special honors there as well for individuals. 1-2 now is the count. Pitch on its way. This one popped, fouled off the third base dugout, and will stay at 1-2.
Some of that good news carrying over as a lot of those players begin to get offers from other programs to advance on in their careers, and we're super proud of the work that Coach Wilson and his team have put in to help these players. We know they'll move on and represent us well at other places.
Most definitely. Another foul ball there, and a nice little battle going here with Sampson. I believe she did this in her last at bat as well, where she just continued to kind of foul off. As 1-2 now is the count. And that one high for a ball. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, home crowd a little talkative on that one, but no, that was definitely going to be too high for a strike call there.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 5th inning. A chopper, and it goes foul. Nice job just coming in, finding a piece of that one. Because as we said, those corners been iffy today, but you got to protect them in those situations.
Yeah, better to foul one off and protect yourself than to just stand there and look at it.
So the count will stay 2-2 here to Sampson. And she fouls that one off.
That pitch inside on her, just jammed her up. And she got that one just above her hands on the bat there.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Sampson at the dish. Playing in center field today, has played well out there at center field. 2-2 pitch, and this one fouled off.
Battle, Adam.
So we'll continue to do battle here. So waiting the 2-2 pitch here. Sampson digging in. Fouls this one off. And the battle continues here between Sampson and Montgomery. Another foul ball. They're eventually going to run out of softballs altogether. So the count will stay 2-2 after another foul ball. And there's another foul ball. This one gets into the dugout of Hinds.
Everybody go scrambling.
Yeah, everybody able to scatter there. Didn't really hit anybody.
The question is, with all these foul balls, where is Cade Adams?
That's a good question.
We need him at a time like this, and he's not here to help us.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here from Montgomery. And that one's going to be a flare, and that's going to be another foul ball. We might see a record number of foul balls today hit between these two teams. Of course, we don't have those stats. Andy Kirk could probably make up one if he's still watching at the house.
Oh, I'm sure he can tell you exactly how many foul balls were hit by his left-handed hitting third baseman in 2017. He is a wizard with the stats.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here from Montgomery on its way. And they're going to say it was outside. 3-2 now is the count.
I think he just likes more drama here.
As I said, it's
maybe he expected a foul ball, wasn't paying attention.
So it depends on who's batting on the boos or the yays. So now the count goes full here. Pitch on its way. And guess what? Another foul ball.
She just got the slightest piece of that one, but we keep rolling here. Defense in. See who's going to win this battle.
So waiting the 3-2 pitch here from Montgomery. And this one fouled off.
I'd say we're getting our money's worth out of these nets behind home plate and protecting the dugouts.
That is
at
for
battle,
sure.
in this at battle alone.
See if I can get Game Changer to pull up here. See how many pitches she has seen at this at bat.
Yes. 3-2 again. And she finally gets her there with one on the outside corner. So after that long at bat, that winds up as back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts for Ramsey Montgomery.
That was the 17th pitch of that at bat.
6th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the afternoon for Ramsey.
And now we flip it back to the top part of the lineup in Galloway. She doubled, but was thrown out after kind of overrunning the bag, and that's going to be a shot right back up the middle, and that'll go for a 2-out single. Second hit of the day for Galloway.
Yeah, after that long battle between Montgomery and Sampson, Galloway steps up, sees the first pitch, just drives it on the ground right up the center.
Yeah, she was like, I don't want to sit up here for 17 pitches. I'm going to swing on the first one and see what happens. So a clutch 2-out hit there for Galloway, and she's got a lot of speed. So you got to watch her there over at first base. This will bring up McDaniel. She is 1 for 2 on the day. Is that pitch high for a ball? 1-0 is the count.
You mentioned that speed. She's got 16 stolen bases so far coming in today.
McDaniel singled her first time up, eventually came around to score, and then also popped up to second for the first out of the third inning. That pitch outside for ball 2. 2-0 is the count, 2 outs. Runner at first here. Hinds clinging to a 4-3 lead, trying to pick up an insurance run here in the top of the 5th. Montgomery getting set to deliver the pitch. It's a hit, and it's going to get past the shortstop. And that's going to go for another base hit, and a great job there. Now they're going to relay it home. The throw is
got her
in time.
Great throw, great relay. Snell gets it into Lynch, and they get that out at home plate.
Let's take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay here. As that will go for a 7-6-2 put out. Second time today Galloway has been put out on a long play there. See, it gets past the shortstop as it dove right at her feet, so that will go for a actually, it's never stopped running, so it was going to be a double on the play.
Double, okay.
And then, so we'll give her a double, but then a beautiful play on the relay in to get the runner trying to score on the play. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it. A Coke Zero and
Okay.
a smile.
We're Coke brand managers. Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero has a life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a
Cats.
Da, 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 da.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What a play to get the Indians out of that inning and also keep a run off the board, keep it a 4-3 contest as we head now to the bottom of the 5th inning. McLean still in the circle here. It will be the 3-4-5 batters due up. Marlar, Goodman, and Shands for ICC. Michael, the Indians really need to got to get this lead back. You got to take advantage. That was a beautiful play defensively to cut down the run. ICC's just basically just been popping the ball up all day today and hadn't really done a whole lot with it.
Indeed, they're going to have to figure out how to make some adjustments here against McLean. take advantage of these runners they've been leaving. You got that exact number over there, but I believe they've left. Is it 6 they've left on base, or all but one in scoring position?
Yeah, we've left 5, and all of them been in or 4 of them been in scoring position. Looks like we're going to have Anna Thomas-Luke coming in the hole here. She'll be batting for Shands in this inning. Marlar 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. She was one of those runners left in scoring position back in the first inning. Matter of fact, ICC left 2 in scoring position in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth.
Pitch on the outside for ball 1.
Thank you, Darren.
That wind still coming in from the scoreboard and left to home plate.
So if you go hit one that way, you've got to hit it hard. 0-1 is the count. Marlar looks at that one in there for a strike. And again, it all depends on who's batting, on which fans are going to fuss at the home plate umpire in this one, as they have not been too happy with him. But as Steve Diffie likes to say, as long as they're consistent at the end of the day, that's all that matters, even if they're inconsistently consistent. And I feel like the strike zone has been pretty fair for both teams.
It has, and it's not been one-sided, and that's all that you can really hope for, is that both teams have the fair shot at both sides of the plate.
2-1 pitch, turned on that one a little early there, fouls it. And now the count will go 2-2 here to Marlar.
Marlar leading her team in so many categories. Would love to get him going here in this 5th inning.
So now the count goes 2-2 here to Marlar. McLean still in the circle here. That one ripped and nearly hits the third base umpire, but it goes foul.
Yeah, it's nice bullfighting move there as he olayed himself out of the way for that one.
I'm too old to move like that. I would have gotten hit, and we would have had a long delay of the game.
You can't get hit. You're a game official today.
That's true.
We got to keep you safe.
That's true. We're in trouble. 2-2 is the count. This one popped up. Left fielder is going to go over, and the center fielder is going to come in. And
oh, goodness.
They're going to run into each other, but the left fielder able to hold on to that one. That could have been a big-time break there for the Indians.
Hinds fan very unhappy with his team's lack of communication in the outfield.
Yeah, coach coming out as well and pointing at her saying, hey, either call it off or, again, if you're center fielder, I understand you want to back your teammate up, but at the same time, if you're a center fielder, I'm pretty confident the left fielder had that one.
Mm-hmm.
So a big out there for the Eagles to start the inning. So that pitch is going to be high, as this is Goodman at the plate. She grounded out to first, walked, stole the base, but was left stranded in scoring position back in the third. So 1-0 is the count. 1 out, nobody on here for the Indians. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. That is going to be the case, as Ann Thomas-Luke is on deck for the Indians.
Should be batting in place of Shands, it appears.
So waiting the 1-1 pitch here. This one lifted, and the shortstop's going to go back and make the play again. That's another routine pop-up that's hung up in the air long enough to allow Hinds to camp underneath it and make the out. So 2 away now, and this is going to bring Luke to the plate.
Luke's first plate appearance of the day for the Indians. She comes in today batting .318, has 6 runs scored on 14 hits. She's got 3 home runs and 11 RBIs.
Takes a healthy chop at that one, missing for strike 1. 0-1 is the count here to Luke. Was that pitch high for a ball? 1-1 now is the count here to Luke. So the Indians trying to find that tying run here. We're in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs, nobody on. 1-1 is the count here. Luke looks at that pitch, missing low. 2-1 now is the count.
ICC trying to avoid their first 1-2-3 inning of the day.
2-1 pitch. Foul ball. Stop me if you've heard that today more than once. As both these teams have just fouled off a whole lot of pitches.
Seems to me it'd be a great opportunity for a foul ball sponsor there.
Big time. So waiting the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Indians go 3 up, 3 down in the 5th. 4-3 is your score. ICC trailing Hinds here in Game 1. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Welcome back. A Renaissance Bank scoreboard update in baseball. This is in the bottom of the first. ICC is up 4-2, but Hinds with bases loaded and no outs there in Game 1. So that one, and now it's 4-3 before I even close my phone on Game Changer. That's your score right now, 4-3 here in the top of the 6th. ICC trailing Hinds. As that first pitch high for a ball, this is Montgomery still in the circle here.
She's facing Hudson, the first baseman for the Eagles, who's 0 for 2 on the day. She's grounded out to second, but drove in a run and also grounded out to the pitcher.
This one hit hard. It's going to be trouble if it stays fair, but it goes foul. So now the count leaving up at 1-1.
Great run by Green to get out there just in case, but that one does hit the wall in foul territory.
So Luke, who batted for Shands, Shands comes back in defensively over at third base. 1-1 is the count. 3, 4, 5 batters due up here. Hudson, Hall, and Smith. 1-1 pitch. This one popped up, and the shortstop knifes over and makes the play for out number 1.
Nice effort to cut across there. She was able to run in on that one a little easier than the second baseman. Get that out quickly.
So 1 away now, and this will bring up Hall, who is 0 for 2 on the day. A fly out to center and a line out on a nice play at third by Shands. Looks at that pitch, and it dips the edge for a strike. 0-1 is the count. So 0-1 is the count with 1 out. That one, carbon copy of the last, called strike 2.
Once again, that bifurcated applause versus groans from this crowd.
Did you say bifurcated?
I sure did. I used the Andy Kirk word on you.
First time I've ever heard that word in my life, I think. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
I'll let you go home and Google that one.
I don't even know how to spell it. We don't have them type of words in Calhoun County. So strike 3 is the 7th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Montgomery. And now this will bring Smith to the plate. She is 0 for 1 on the day. Was hit by a pitch, fouls that one off for strike 1. She also lined out to right on a great play out there by Morgan Green as she made that running catch over her head.
Absolutely robbed by Green.
So 0-1 is the count here. This one popped up. It's going to get out of play. Now the count goes 0-2 on Mackenzie Smith.
Kate Adams may not be here, but our four-legged foul ball friend is able to get a chance to go after that one. He looks very happy.
when we have a midweek game here at home, we're going to try to video that for fans, as there's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Throw across the way is in the dirt, but a nice dig there by AB to get the out. 6-3, and ICC dodges a big bullet there on that tough throw, but no runs, no hits, no errors, as we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. For the Indians, it'll be Duhan, Green, and Snell due up. Don't go anywhere, folks. Got a good one brewing here. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesar's new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates two things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Ella Duhan, Morgan Green, and Grayson Snell up for the Indians, trying to figure out the riddle that has been Abby McLean all day today. The Indians only have 3 hits so far in the contest, 5 hits for the Eagles. So Duhan at the dish, swings at the first one, fouls it back for strike 1.
Indians have also been able to grab 3 base on balls, but have left so many of these runners stranded, especially in scoring position.
So 0-1 is the count here to Duhan. Was that pitch high and outside for a ball. End of 1 in baseball. They've got a good one brewing down there. 4-4 is the score between ICC and Hinds in Game 1. Of course, Game 1 is always scheduled for 9 innings in conference play in baseball. This one ripped, and it's going to get through, and a nice base hit there for Duhan.
Very similar to her first single back in the second, to let off the second inning, Adam. Just kind of drove it through the hole at short and gets ICC another leadoff base runner.
Well, a clutch hit there, as you said, Michael, to start the inning. Maybe the Indians can kind of carbon copy the last time that she did that back in the second. They were able to put 3 runs on the board.
Green was able to follow her up with back-to-back single there in the second. Let's see if she can do it here in the 6th.
Shows bunt, and it's going to go foul for strike 1. Good idea there because Green's got good speed. Trying to sacrifice the runner over in that situation. Of course, when we talk about all of our sacrifice hits, we got to talk about the ICC Baptist Student Union and the Wesley Foundation as they remind us of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. Runner goes. Throw down is not in time. And so that'll be a stolen base there for Duhan to move into scoring position. Now the tying run at second.
It's going to move her to 10 stolen bases on the year, Adam. Second on this ICC team.
So 1-1 now is the count here. Green still at the dish. Shows bunt. Pops this one up, and it's going to go back off the netting. And now the count will go 1-2.
Two bunt attempts that end up in foul territory. It's going to change her plate approach here now. We're trying to get that runner on around.
So 1-2 now is the count here to Green. Fouls this one off, and we'll stay at 1-2. We've talked about it this year, or excuse me, I shouldn't say this year. Well, obviously it is this year, but over the last couple of weeks, ICC has struggled to find that timely hit, and this would be a great time for him to come up with one here. 1-2 now is the count. No outs and a runner at second. Green at the dish. Swing and a miss for strike 3, a clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there by McLean.
Got her to chase that off-speed pitch on the outside.
Got that as the 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout on the game here for McLean.
Fifth. Wait, hold on. I gave an extra one somewhere. It is 4.
Okay.
You're right. No, it is 5th. Shan's.
That's right. Luke had a.
Shan's twice. Luke.
Yeah, Luke had
and
that
Dossie had one as well.
So that is the 5th. This pitch is popped up and will actually come off the.
Came off the face of the roof.
The roof and bounce back in play. So that'll go for strike 1. This is Grayson Snell. She had a sacrifice fly out to left and then popped up to second. It's kind of been the trouble of the Indians all day today. They've just making contact, but nothing solid as they've just been routine pop-ups. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. As that big word that Upton said earlier, depends on who's batting, that get the oohs and ahs and yays and nays out of the crowd. 0-2 pitch. Nice job finding a piece of that one. It was out of the strike zone, but committed to it, fouled it off. And now the count stays at 0-2.
Nice job by Harrington there to catch that foul ball off the net before it hit the umpire in the head.
So 0-2 now is the count. 1 out and a runner at second. That's the tying run at second for the Indians. This one hit hard, but the right fielder is going to be able to camp underneath it. They're going to test her arm. Nope. They're going to fake it and then head back to second. Good idea there. Just force to throw if it gets away, then try to advance. So now 2 outs in the inning. First time in a while the Indians were able to kind of square one up there, but again, just a routine fly ball out to right field for the second out of the inning. And this will be Dossie coming to the plate. 2 outs in the tying run at second here for the Indians in the bottom of the 6th. That pitch called a strike.
And once again, crowd in stereo, depending on left for visitors, right for home.
0-1 is the count here, 2 outs. Dossie at the plate, and he says that one's outside.
I think it was a little bit low as well, but yeah, he shows that off the plate sign.
I want to give credit to the Hinds fan, the one that just yelled, "Good call, Blue, good call." Called the same way except said, "Back call, Blue, back call." So maybe having a little bit of fun there. 1-1 now is the count. This one popped up, back and out of play, and now the count will go 1-2.
Dossie was behind 0-2 in her last plate appearance, was able to battle back and draw a walk. See if she can have a similar success here.
So 1-2 is the count, 2 outs and a runner at second. That pitch high. Nice job climbing the ladder to keep that one in front of her and keeping the runner at second in that situation. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs and a runner on second. Dossie looking for the 5th hit of the game here for the Indians. Something down to the outfield will tie us up here. Chopper, third baseman finds it. Throw across the way, though, is in time. And once again, the Eagles find a way out of the jam, and ICC leaves their 5th runner of the afternoon on base in scoring position, 5 of the 6 of those being in scoring position. We'll go to the 7th. 4-3 is your score. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a good one brewing here. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
As you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
that's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 7th inning here. ICC trailing at 4-3 in game 1 against Hinds, a top 15 battle. Is that pitch high for a ball from Ramsey? While we have a chance, they're in the top of the 2nd, bases loaded with 1 out. ICC leading 6-4 over Hinds in baseball. Already 10 runs, and they haven't even played 2 innings. That pitch low in the dirt. 2-0 now is the count.
Montgomery, a good day in the circle. She has allowed a couple runs, but 7 strikeouts, only 1 walk. Trying to close this out against the Eagles and see if her team can come up in the bottom of the 7th and walk it off.
This is McLean, McKnight, and Fireplace due up here. Is that pitch in there for a strike? 2-1 now is the count.
McLean is not batting. This is actually number 28.
Okay.
So I have that as Miranda Parker.
So Parker getting her first at bat of the day. Rips that one, but right at the second baseman. Great play out there by Duhan. As we'll look back at that one on the Little Caesars instant replay. Just hit it right at him, playing some Adam ball there for out number 1.
But that does, as you said, bring up McKnight, the designated player. She's 0 for 2 on the day, a strikeout and a line out to short.
And they're going to call that a strike. Didn't even have to check on the swing that time, so the pitch was good enough for strike 1. So 0-1 is the count. 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the 7th. Dribbler right back to the pitcher. She finds it, tosses it over. 1-3 on the putout.
2 fairly quick outs here in the 7th. Montgomery wants to end the batting opportunities for the Eagles. Get the Indians back to the plate.
Said ICC has had their opportunities offensively, just haven't been able to come up with that timely hit in the contest. As Montgomery now will dig in, and this will be Fireplace at the plate.
Maybe another batter. It looks like this is maybe 25, perhaps, Nixon.
I believe you are correct there, as that is going to be Nixon now. She takes that first pitch for a strike.
Her first plate appearance of the day.
Trying to spark a 2-out rally here for Hinds. Dribbles that one foul, and a great play over there by the third base coach to snag that one and toss it back in. Foul ball goes for strike 2. So 0-2 is the count. Getting the signal from the dugout. Montgomery checks her wrist and gets set to deliver. Pitch on its way. And that's going to be a foul ball. And so we'll sit at 0-2. Well, the Indians only able to put 2 runs on the board in the top of the 2nd in baseball after having bases loaded with 1 out. 6-4, ICC with the lead down there at Raymond in game 1. And that's going to be a foul ball. And
just the on-deck batter, Sampson, just jumps out of the way. That bounces off the net there.
Making sure she's awake over there is what they're doing. So the count will stay 0-2 here to Nixon. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 7th. Awaiting the 0-2 pitch. And there's strike 3. Got her looking at the strike there. That is the 8th of the game for Montgomery. Now ICC's got to find some bats. They trail this one 4-3, down to their final 3 outs of the contest. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 7th we go here. ICC trailing at 4-3. We've seen some walk-off magic here at Andy Kirk Field already this season. Do the Indians have some more in them? We'll find out. This will be the 1-2-3 batters due up. Field, Lynch, and Marlar scheduled up here this inning. McLean still in the circle. She has pitched well today. She has given up only 4 hits. As this first one hit hard, foul, and out of play for strike 1.
Bullpen catcher ducking out of the way there for Hinds as they have someone up warming up. But Fields has been on the left side all day. 2 out deep and 1 pop out, all to the left side.
She reached on an error and scored a run back in the 2nd. Listen to that pitch high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Fields, Lynch, and Marlar trying to rally the Indians here in the bottom of the 7th. Awaiting the 1-1 pitch. Fields looks at that pitch high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count.
Good lay off that one as it looked good to start, but did rise up above the head at the end.
Hear the chant from the ICC dugout trying to fire them up here late in the game. 2-1 pitch on its way. And that one drifts outside. 3-1 now is the count. Well, right now for the Indians, you would love to get a base runner on with no outs in this inning, but as we talked about for ICC, they have had 6 runners on the bag that they've left stranded, 5 of those in scoring position. So Fields awaiting the 3-1 offering here. Swings on it, fouls it back off the netting. And now the count will go full at 3-2. Well, if she can get something over the head of the second baseman, she'll be running for days as the center fielder is shift more towards left field, but rightfully so because that's pretty much where she's going all day today, as we talked about earlier.
Yeah, they've got her lined up where they think they need to play her defensively.
3-2 pitch. This one hit deep. Does it have a chance? Back to the wall, and it's gone! A solo home run by Fields to tie us up at 4. What a clutch play there by Fields.
Drove that one out despite the wind blowing in from left center. Just put it out over the field.
Her second run of the day, first RBI, and I'll be honest with you folks, I thought Mackenzie Smith had a beat on it and a chance to jump and make the play, but instead ran into the fence awfully hard. Good to see Smith able to shake that off out there, but ICC is now tied it at 4 here with that solo home run by Fields. No outs, nobody on, and now this will be Lynch coming to the plate.
Just what ICC needed. Now they're back alive in this game. Can look for an opportunity to walk it off, not just stay alive.
So now Lynch at the plate. Stands in, takes that first pitch high for a ball. High drama here in Fulton in Game 1. Everything we anticipated. When you get 2 teams ranked in the top 15 in the country together, you know it's going to be a good one. 1-0 is the count. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to Lynch.
The Eagles do have a pitcher warming up in the
bullpen. A couple of them over there warming up. One of them might be the Game 1. Yeah. There's a shot. Shortstop makes the play. Beautiful play. Throw across the way. Great stretch. And a great play there by the Eagles for out number 1.
Yeah, great dig across her body and then was able to get up and turn and throw that. So kudos to McDaniel for that play.
Yeah, great play by McDaniel, but an equally good stretch over there by Hudson as the throw was mainly towards the right field, more towards second. She's able to get the stretch and get the out. So now this will be A.B. Marlar at the plate. A.B. looks at that first pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Here to Marlar. 1 out, nobody on. 4-4 is the game. It was a solo home run by Fields that started the inning off here for the Indians to tie us up at 4. Marlar puts a charge into this one, but it's going to be a routine fly ball out to center. And a big out there of Marlar. And now this will bring Goodman to the plate here for the Indians. Seeing if she can extend this inning with a base hit. Or we will be heading to extras.
Goodman's 0 for 2 on the day. She does have a walk and a stolen base, but she's grounded out to the pitcher and popped out to short in her other 2 plate appearances.
So Goodman will dig in. Looks at that first pitch and called a strike. That'll wake up the ICC faithful.
I like your choice of words there, Adam. Called a strike.
0-1 is the count here to Goodman. Nobody on, 2 outs, 4-4 is the score. That pitch up high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on here. 4-4 is your score in the bottom of the 7th. Zoe Goodman at the dish for the Indians. Pops this one up, shortstop calling everyone off, and will come over and make the play. The Indians, though, do get the clutch hit to force this one into extras. A solo home run by Fields. We're tied at 4. We'll head to the top of the 8th and be back with more right after this on that ICC Sports Network.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it. A Coke Zero and
Okay.
a smile.
We're Coke brand managers. Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero has a life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da, 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 da.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Heading to extra innings here. As waiting one of the umpires to come back on the field here. Top of the 8th inning, 4-4 is your score. It was Victoria Fields who had that solo home run to force us into extras as that first pitch across for a strike from Montgomery. I believe this is Sampson still at the plate here.
It is Sampson, center fielder. Her last at bat, she had a 17-pitch plate appearance. She struck out looking.
So 0-1 is the count. Montgomery's pitch in there for strike 2. 0-2 now is the count here to Sampson. So it'll be 9-1-2 batters due up. Sampson, Galloway, and McDaniel. Galloway has been a tough out today for the Indians, at least with the bat in her hand. She's gotten him run down twice. Is that pitch missing low and outside for a ball? 1-2 is the count. She was thrown out, and you look back at it, Michael, as maybe one of the plays of the game. She was thrown out trying to score. She was thrown out 7-6-2 at home, and that's a big difference in the game right now. Chopper, third baseman, finds it. Throw across the way is in time. 6-3 to retire Sampson.
Good field defense there. Get that first out. Back up Montgomery here as we move into extra innings.
So Montgomery, good day in the circle so far. She's given up 5 hits. She has struck out 8, which is about on par for what she's averaging this season.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 away now, and this is now back to Galloway. Shows bunt. Glove, throw across the way is in time. 1-4 to retire Galloway.
Once again, good defense by ICC. Everybody knowing their position. Duhan covering first base so that Montgomery can toss that over for the second out.
So now McDaniel will come to the plate. She doubled and was left stranded whenever the run was thrown out at home. She is 2 for 3 on the day. She's also got a single and scored a run. That was back in the first. Montgomery's pitch in there for a strike.
A little bit of a delay call, but did give the strike finally.
So 0-1 is the count. 2 outs and nobody on here for Hinds in the top of the 8th. That one fouled off, and now the count will go 0-2.
Montgomery trying to work a quick 1, 2, 3 extra inning here in the 8th. Maybe seeing if her offense can get back up there and pull from the juice of that 7th inning and walk this one off.
So waiting the 0-2 pitch here from Montgomery. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A big-time clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there, number 9 of the game for Montgomery. Now, can the Indians find a way to get a run in the bottom of the 8th? We'll find out, but before we do that, let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesar's new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates two things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back as we're in the bottom of the 8th inning here for the Indians. Looks like we have a new batter coming to the plate here. This is going to be number 5 for the Indians. That's going to be Houston Ray Grantham coming to the plate. So it'll be Grantham, Ella Duhan, and Morgan Green scheduled up here in the bottom of the 8th.
Grantham's been mostly a pitch hitter, only has 15 at-bats, but she does have 6 runs scored on 2 hits and a pair of doubles so far this year for the Indians.
So she'll dig in here to start us off in the bottom of the 8th inning. ICC trying to rally and find a way to win it here in extra innings. McLean still in the circle. Swing and a miss, strike 1 to HR. So 0-1 is the count here to Grantham. Wind really starting to pick up at the ballpark now. Blowing here into our face. Is that pitch high for a ball? 1-1 now is the count.
It's shifted now from the first base foul pole over to the third, kind of going right to left, but coming into the broadcast booth as well.
Yeah, one of those, glad it wasn't blowing that way when Fields hit her home run. 1-1 now is the count. Grantham takes that pitch inside for a ball. 2-1 is the count now. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Game 1 here between ICC and Hinds. Hinds, number 15 team in the country. ICC, number 11. This one popped up, backing out of play. And now the count will even up at 2-2.
Fly that one back toward the concession stand. Don't see a lot to kind of take that angle coming out of here, but that one did go left, but sharp left.
So 2-2 now is the count. And this one fouled back off the netting, and we'll stay at 2-2. So winning the 2-2 offering here. Swing and a miss and a clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout. The 6th of the afternoon for McLean. Well, I know I got one of my picks wrong as of right now, I've got one of my picks wrong in the women's tournament.
Uh-oh, I don't like to hear that.
Oh, no, you're going to be surprised by what I'm about to say. I actually picked Fairfield to upset Notre Dame in the opening round, and right now Notre Dame is up 19 after 3.
So that's when you're glad to get wrong.
Yeah. For sure. Ow. And that's going to be a hit by pitch there. And Duhan didn't want to take the base as it did come off the protective padding of her wrist there. And they are going to talk this one over here as
I think they're going to argue it came off the knob of the bat.
Yeah, that's what they're going to try to argue there. And
the fact that she did not take off immediately.
So that's going to be the biggest tale of it all there. Unfortunately, don't think I'll be able to go back and look at the replay on that one because I didn't click it in time. So I give the coach credit in that situation. As you said, didn't have that instant reaction of, dropping the bat, running down to first. So they're going to come back and talk this one over, but it's going to be tough to overturn this one. You can tell by sounds. You can hear
Correct.
that kind of that hollow clink, if you will, off the end of the bat, and you either hear like a plastic.
And that one did have more of the plastic sound, even though Ella did not take off immediately.
So the umpires will talk this one over, and it is a big call here, folks, as that will put a runner at first here for the Indians with only one out in the inning. Umpires break up the huddle. They'll see if they're going to say yes. They will keep her at first. I will say it was the right call because it did hit her on that protected, it's not a protected guard, it's what you have to put the numbers when you see what the coach is calling in that situation. But as I said, good on Hinds to challenge it because, one, she didn't take off right away. Two, you never know. They come back and turn it over.
Worth a try.
It's most definitely worth a try.
It's not like they don't have a challenge limit here, so therefore you can argue that if you want to.
That pitch in there for a strike as
this is Starling at the plate.
So new batter in here for the Indians. Starling batting in place of Green. Macy at the dish. Takes that first pitch for a strike. One out and a runner at second. Grounder, third baseman finds it. Throw to second is in time. And do they get it? No, they do not. So close there to a Little Caesars double play, but it turns into a fielder's choice. 5-4 on the play to retire the lead runner in Duhan. And now Coach Owens is going to come in, and looks like we have another batter coming into this situation.
That throw from the third baseman was high, and that's what, a
gave her that
little bit
half a
lower,
step. Yep.
gave Starling just enough step to beat that out there. As the second baseman coming in there, Galloway had to pull that down and then make the throw.
Yeah, because her foot hit just right before the throw was in time over there at first base. So this is going to be
Snell still at the plate.
So do we have a
Duhan still at first running, but
well, no, that's Starling.
Oh, excuse me, Starling. Yes, because Duhan was erased at second on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, so not sure what Coach ran into.
Yeah, because Dawsey is on deck.
Yep.
So no change so far.
So this will be Snell at the dish. Is that first pitch high for a ball? There is 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th with the winning run at first. Snell is 0 for 2. Had a sacrifice fly. That was back in the second, but since then popped up to second and flown out to right. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. Throw is not in time. So that'll be a stolen base for Starling. And now another runner in scoring position here for the Indians. But Michael, that has been an issue today for ICC. 6 runners left on the bags. 5 of those have been left in scoring position.
Got to step up here and drive this one in. Take game 1 here at home.
That pitch high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Snell.
We said Snell's been in the air all 3 previous plate appearances. We'd love to see her drive something up the middle on the ground.
Yeah, defense is pretty much playing her straight away, both on the infield and outfield. 2-1, and it's going to be to the shortstop, and they're going to go to third, but they dropped the ball.
She dropped the ball.
She dropped the ball.
Now he's calling her safe. She's going to go to second, and she's safe.
So Snell that time heading to second. Not really a runner you have to have in scoring position there. So E5 on the play. And now the Hinds fans kind of arguing, saying that she called her out, but she dropped the ball.
She has to continue the play, correct?
She does have to carry through, and so now
carry through, yes.
The coach from Hinds coming out to question, and said as she reached out, the ball came loose on the tag and thought for a second Hinds was going to get a gift with Snell heading to second, but the throw was not there. And it's smart not to be overly aggressive with the throw because if the throw gets away, runner scores from third. So that may be what Snell was trying to bait them into in that situation. So now runners at second and third, and we're going to have a timeout here as the umpires are going to kind of come in and talk about this one once again.
I don't know if we have a replay. He was making the call pretty quick because he thought the tag would be routine, and then once it popped out, then he changed it quickly to a safe sign.
Yeah, I don't have it on a replay there.
So seeing the timing of his calls would be helpful, but
maybe one thing I just want to start. Well, I can't start hitting replay on all the plays because then my computer runs out of room. Because I don't have. I'll be honest with you, folks. Baseball game ones have gone so long. I have run out of a recording room in every game one so far this year, and I have got this computer stripped down to bare bones on memory. And the play will stay.
Good opportunity for ICC. Hinds coach not going to be happy, but ICC's got to work what they've been given here. Second and third with 2 outs. Just need something down to score Starling from third.
So this will bring Dawsey to the plate. She is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a walk, and a stolen base. High drama here in the bottom of the 8th. Winning run at third here for the Indians. First pitch high for a ball.
We saw her be very patient last time before she grounded out, and patient in her second at bat as she was down 0-2 and drew a walk. So Dawsey's going to be very selective here on what she chases.
Andy Kirkfield getting loud here. This pitch fouled off, out of play. Strike one. So high drama here in Fulton. Game one, number 15, Hinds, number 11, ICC, tied at 4. Game-winning run at third here for the Indians. 1-1 is the count here to Dawsey. That pitch missing low. Nice job of blocking that one up that time by Harrington to keep that one in front of her. Now the count goes 2-1. Don't know if this might be one of those unintentional, intentional walk situations.
Try to load the bases.
Well, I say that, but you got Fields on deck who just had that home run. Grounder, third baseman, throw across the way is in time. Heck of an effort by Dawsey, but a big job there by Hinds to get out of the jam. And once again, ICC leading runners stranded in scoring position. They have left 7 of those this afternoon in scoring position. We'll head to the 9th. 4-4 is your score. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move now to the top of the 9th inning here in Game 1. ICC left runners on second and third, and the home plate umpire said, "I've had enough. I'm going home."
He just
he had to go to the
for
restroom.
a quick rest there at the home dugout. Now he's making his way back. And Coach Owens is having a conversation. I'm trying to see. He does have a defensive replacement as Shands was batted for twice, so this looks like number 15,
This is going to be
Elaney Wheeler in to play third base defensively.
So Wheeler will come in at third base here in the top of the 9th inning. And see, I believe that's still going to be Green out in right field as she was batted for that last inning.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll still be out in right field. So that's going to be the only change there defensively for the Indians. New third baseman is Elaney Wheeler. While we got a little bit of break in the action, let's give you a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update. They're in the bottom of the third inning in baseball. It's now 6-5. Hinds has scored a run to make it a one-run contest. And then now they just popped up to end the inning. So after 3 complete, 6-5, they're in baseball. ICC with the lead in game 1. We move now to the top of the 9th inning. 3, 4, 5 batters due up here for Hinds. I've got Hudson, Hall, and Smith scheduled up. Montgomery still in the circle here for ICC. That pitch in there for a strike.
Montgomery, your MACCC and national reigning pitcher of the week. 9 Renaissance Bank strikeouts so far today to only 1 walk allowed.
She's got 140 on the season. 0-1 pitch. That one's up high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
This is Hudson, the first baseman. She's 0 for 3 on the day. A pair of ground outs and then a pop out to short in her last plate appearance.
So waiting the 1-1 pitch here from Montgomery. Rip, third baseman. Wheeler gets it. Throw is low, but picked up off the ground. A nice job there by AB. Had to stretch out to get it, dropped it, but had the wherewithal to quickly grab that one and get the out. 5-3 on the put out there. And so 1 away now. And this will bring up Hall to the plate.
Hall's been solid at third base defensively today.
That pitch low and outside for a ball. She is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. She has flown out to center and was lined out to third to end the third. So 1-0 is the count here to Alex Hall. Ooh, that one called a strike. Almost a carbon copy of the previous pitch. 1-1 now is the count. Wind has shifted again, now blowing in more towards center field to the third base dugout. This one popped back off the netting. Banana ball, it would have been an out, as that was a nice play there by Lynch to catch it off the rebound. 1-2.
I heard Dr. Boggs is working on trying to get banana ball in here to ICC. Is that true?
Dr. Boggs works miracles, so it wouldn't surprise me. That pitch runs in high for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on here in the top of the 9th inning. Game 1 between ICC and ICC and Hinds. That's going to be a flare out to the right field. Right fielder, a few steps over and makes the play for out number 2.
Green got a good look at that off the bat, adjusted quickly, was able to get underneath that one.
So 2 away now, and this would bring Smith to the plate if they stick with her.
It is.
So Smith will stay in. She's been hit by a pitch, was robbed of an extra base hit by Green back in the 4th, and then grounded out to short to end the 6th. 2 outs, nobody on here. Wind really picking up now at the ballpark. You see the center field cam getting pushed around out there. This one popped up. Wheeler calling everyone off. Will come back in fair play, then drops it. Oh, a tough break there.
That wind moving around, moved that ball around. She started out prepared to catch it in foul territory, had to step back into fair, and it just came off the glove there.
Yeah, it's one of those that she camped under it a while, and we just mentioned how the wind was whipping around there and pulled it away from her, and it kind of put it back into her body as well. Ball came off the heel of her glove, and a big-time break there. Heads-up play, though. The biggest part of that by Smith. Didn't stop running and ends up at second on the error.
Yeah, heads-up base running with 2 outs. You always got to keep moving, run things out. Never know what's going to happen.
I believe this might be McLean back at the dish here. Yep, McLean back batting now. She was batted for by Parker in the previous at-bat. Takes that pitch low for a ball. Boy, she can help her own cause with a base hit here. 1-0 is the count to the pitcher, McLean. That one runs in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
She's been a strikeout victim both times she was at the plate today. Once looking and once swinging. Excuse me, looking both times.
Yep. 1-1 now is the count. Montgomery getting set to deliver the pitch. Jammed him, and there's AB able to come up and make the play for the third out of the inning. A clutch out there by AB, just quickly runs in, reels that one in, and now we'll head to the bottom of the ninth. 1-2-3 batters due up for the Indians. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
ICC fans, we've got you covered like never before. The all-new Let'sGoICC.com is your award-winning home for everything ICC athletics, and when it's game time or showtime, head to Let'sGoICCTV.com, the official streaming home for ICC athletics, fine arts, and other special events. Watch it live or on demand anytime, anywhere. Let'sGoICC.com and Let'sGoICCTV.com, your front row seat for all things ICC.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move now to the bottom of the ninth inning. This has been a heck of a battle between two of the top teams in the country. Hinds came into the day ranked number 15, 22-7 overall, 5-3 inside conference play. ICC number 11, 24-6, 6-2 inside conference play. 1-2-3 batters due up here for the Indians. It was Fields that tied us up in the bottom of the seventh with a leadoff home run to right field. Wind shifting in now, blowing in from left field to home plate. Fields will dig in. McLean still in the circle here for Hinds. This one popped up. Left fielder going over, wind blowing it, but able to chase it down and make the play. One pitch, one out. That's what you like if you're the Eagles.
Yeah, unfortunate for the Indians. Not what you're looking for there. She thought she's had one she could do something with, but got it up in the air again as she's done in some of her previous at-bats.
So now this will be Lynch coming to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI single. She was hit by a pitch and left stranded at third base back in the first. That first pitch high for a ball, 1-0 is the count.
Both these starting pitchers go in the distance so far here through 8 1/3.
So 1-0 is the count. That one runs inside. It's going to hit her.
She even did attempt to move, but still caught that one. So that is the third hit by pitch of the day?
It is. Second time that Lynch has been hit by a pitch.
Duhan as well had one.
And we'll probably get a new runner in the situation here for the catcher. That is going to be the case. Bodie's going to come in and run for the Indians.
Bodie joining the team here recently after the basketball season ended.
She wears number 13. She's out of Pontotoc. Yeah, she was a big-time freshman for the women's basketball team. Imagine we'll probably see her work her way into the lineup a little bit more, as she was a heck of an athlete back in her day at, I say back in her day, last year at Pontotoc.
In her high school days.
Yes, in her high school days. So a runner at first, so this is going to be Marler at the dish. AB is due, 0 for 3 with a walk. This is that first pitch high and outside for a ball.
Just need her to kind of be patient here, find one that she can actually try to drive. Not too many Indians will be able to do that today, but Brody does have good speed over there at first, so what can Marler do to move her around?
This one popped up, and it's going to drift over. Will it get out of play? Just does. And 1-1 is the count. Heck of an effort over there at first and second to try to get that one, but the wind did just help carry that one out of play. So now the count will even up at 1-1. Middle of the fourth inning in baseball. ICC up 8-5 over Hinds. That one jams Marlar. Foul ball. Now the count goes 1-2.
She's consistently thrown her some of those inside pitches that have jammed her up throughout the entire day and made her foul off on the inside. See what she does now. 2 strikes. Where will she attack her?
So waiting the 1-2 pitch here from McLean. Fouls it back. Keeps the at-bat alive here. 1-2 is the count here to Marlar. Marlar walked, was left stranded at second in the first. Flew out to center, flew out to left, flew out to center. So waiting the 1-2 pitch here. Big swing and a miss there after working inside, comes outside, chasing for strike 3 and out number 2.
Yeah, you said just goes outside a little bit off speed. Just can't do anything to get that one. The 7th strikeout of the day for McLean.
And so a runner at first, and this is going to be Zoe Goodman. Is that correct? Is that still Zoe?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
21.
So she will dig in here. 2 outs. Runner goes. Throw is not in time. It was dropped, as a matter of fact. And so now, again, the Indians with the runner in scoring position, but have not had that timely hit. And that's one thing that Coach Owens talked with me about before the game, is the fact that they have got to come up with timely hits in this situation. Haven't been able to do it today, but once. There's a shot over the middle, and they're going to ask Bodie to head to third. And she's going to check up, and it was one of those that she went back and didn't think about the situation. There was 2 outs there in the inning, and one of those, as we talked about, one of those tough situations, new to softball, just off the hardwood. Had this been where she had played softball all season, she scores there.
Easily.
But it's one of those unfortunate breaks there for the Indians, as that was a clutch hit there by Goodman. Now runners on the corners. The winning run is at third once again here for the Indians. And now this will be Wheeler at the dish. That pitch in there for strike 1 to Wheeler.
Wheeler's first plate appearance of the day. She came in defensive substitution, top of the 9th.
So 0-1 is the count here to Wheeler. Winning run is at third here. Bodie's got good speed. This one popped up left side. Third baseman gives chase, and it's going to get out of play off the top of the third base dugout. And now 0-2 is the count. Just a middle miscue there. Can the Eagles take advantage and force this one to 10? There's 2 outs. 0-2 is the count here to Wheeler. Winning run at third here for ICC. McLean in the circle trying to find the exit. 0-2 pitch coming. This one popped up. Left fielder's going to go back and will camp underneath it for the out. And once again, the Eagles get out of the inning with no damage done. The Indians leave 2 on the bases. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And we'll head to the 10th. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. Hey, brother, know the water's sweet, but blood is thicker. Oh, the sky comes falling down for you. There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh, brother, I will hear you call. If the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do.
Hey guys, get Little Caesar's pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the top of the 10th inning here in Game 1 between ICC and Hinds. Ramsey Montgomery still in the circle here. Nothing that she's a stranger to. Saw this same situation in Game 1 against Gulf Coast. As now the umpire coming over, double-checking changes here between both teams, and now he'll head to home plate.
Don't see any changes.
Maybe
on the defensive side.
Maybe making some substitutions back in that situation.
Yes, from the bench room.
So Montgomery still in the circle, and she'll be greeted here by McKnight. That first pitch in the dirt for a ball.
McKnight 0 for 3 on the day. She has struck out, lined out to short, and grounded back to Montgomery in the pitcher circle.
1-0 is the count here to McKnight. That pitch runs inside. Now 2-0 is the count. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Top of the 10th. McKnight, Fireplace, and Sampson. That's who's scheduled up in this situation. They did have Nixon batting for Fireplace in that last at-bat. And that pitch missing low for a ball. 3-0 is the count. One of the very few times today that Montgomery has fallen behind 3-0.
Indeed, she has been able to work competitively against all batters.
So waiting the 3-0 pitch here. Taking the whole way that time, and it was in there for a strike. 3-1 now is the count. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs, nobody on here with McKnight starting off the top of the 10th. Montgomery getting set to deliver the pitch. And leaves it high, and that'll be a leadoff walk.
Second walk today given up by Montgomery.
And that's a big one. As we always talk about, leadoff walks typically come back to haunt you in these situations.
This appears to be Nixon back at the plate again.
So they must have made that defensive change with Nixon there in left field. Shows bunt, foul ball. Well, this could be the deciding factor of the contest. Who can execute? Who can make the play, get the hit, get the bunt down, draw the walk, the little things that make a difference in a ball game. As we talked about, anticipated a good one here this afternoon between these two teams. It has lived up to the billing. Shows bunt again, fouls that one off. Nice play by the home plate umpire to grab that one barehanded.
He did. Second in a row that she chopped down off the plate trying to get down the bunt. So now 0-2 count.
No outs and a runner at first. Here for Hinds, we're in the top of the 10th inning. 4-4 is your score. Montgomery's pitch. Outside, missing for a ball.
Trying to see if she could get her to chase one over there. She did not.
They've played 4 in baseball, 8-6, ICC leading Hinds. A Renaissance Bank scoreboard update. 1-2 pitch. And that one just high and outside. 2-2 now is the count here to Nixon. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Top of the 10th. It was a solo home run in the bottom of the 7th by Fields that forced us into extra innings here. And that's going to be a flare, a line drive foul out of play. And we'll stay at 2-2.
Nixon decided to swing late at that one. Fouled it straight over toward their visitor bullpen.
So 2-2 is the count here to Nixon. Montgomery looking for her 10th strikeout of the game. And she gets it.
Gets her looking for the second plate appearance in a row. Nixon goes down her twice looking at strikes.
A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there 141 on the season for Montgomery. So now with one out, runner still at first. This is going to be Sampson at the plate. Throws bunt, lays it down, and it's going to go foul.
Smart play by the defense there, letting that one. It had that Jim Ingram sandwich backspin as it just spun back into foul territory.
Well, that was a big-time gamble there, and Coach Wilson was yelling at him, let it go. A good call there by Coach up here with us in the broadcast booth. Played a little baseball back in his day, so he recognized the spin on the ball there. 0-1 is the count now here to Sampson. Shows bunt and takes it for strike two. 0-2 now is the count.
ICC defense prepared for her to try to offer that bunt, crashing in there.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at first. That is McKnight over at first. And that one missing outside for a ball. 1-2 is the count. You got a couple of fans going back and forth at each other, not in a bad way, but they calling every pitch a strike, and they're making a pretty good cadence on the call, so you kind of have to wait and see what the umpire is going to call. 1-2 pitch.
Got her swinging on that
there's
one.
Strike 3.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Montgomery gets her to 11 on the day. But more importantly, gets that second out of this 10th inning.
You said it there, a big out now with 2 outs. Flip it back to the top of the lineup, and here comes trouble in Galloway. She's got a double and a single on the day. She's 2 for 4. She's also struck out. Time taken in this situation by the catcher. That's Zoe Goodman behind the plate now for the Indians.
That may have been one of those substitutions they were talking about there that we didn't catch.
So waiting the pitch here with the runner at first. That went in there for a strike. Montgomery still got good velocity on her pitches this deep into the contest. We had a 12:59 Guaranteed Bank opening pitch. It's 3:35. This one popped back off the netting. 0-2 now is the count.
Ramsey has shown no problems with going long innings and even coming in relief situations throughout the year.
So 0-2 is the count. 2 outs and a runner at first. Pitch coming. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there to end the inning. 12 of them on the afternoon is Montgomery. Let's take a look at the Little Caesars instant replay there. We'll head to the bottom of the 10th. Do the Indians have some magic left in them in this one? We'll find out when we come back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the bottom of the 10th inning, 4-4, ICC and Hinds here in game 1. For ICC to be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up. Duhan, Green, and Snell. So Duhan is going to start us off here in the bottom of the 10th. This is that first pitch outside for a ball. Duhan is 2 for 3 on the day. He's got a couple of singles, scored a run, has been hit by a pitch, but it was a race on a fielder's choice in her last at bat. Looks at that pitch, high for ball 2. 2-0 now is the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Bottom of the 10th here. Duhan looks at that pitch and called a strike. Wow.
That was pretty high there.
As
Coach Owens disagreed.
I don't know if very many people have agreed with very many calls today. 2-1 now is the count. That one falls low. You heard someone call a strike there, but it was a fan. It wasn't the umpire. I said whatever fan's doing that has a great cadence to match the home plate umpire today. 3-1 now is the count. And they're going to call that strike 2 at the knees, so now the count will go full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Duhan starting us off here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Game 1 between ICC and Hinds. We got a whole other game to play behind this one. 3-2 pitch. This one popped up, back, and out of play.
And there just misses the catch. He's quite exasperated with himself.
Yeah, Matty Porter giving whoever that was an earful. So you got to make that play. Stay at 3-2 after that foul ball by Duhan. McLean getting set to deliver the pitch.
Hit and again.
Hit her.
This time in the knee, it looked like.
Second time in a row that she has been hit by a pitch. And again, the Indians have a runner on the base here.
So Green is back into bat. Starling batted for her last time around.
The Indians have left 7 of 9. And that bunt is going to be caught, and then close to a double play there. So I was looking down at my stats, as that was a great play over at third base to get that out. Almost was a big-time break for the Indians, as that bunt almost went over the head of the third baseman. But a heck of an effort to get back on that one. And then also a heck of an effort by Duhan to get back.
Yeah. Initially, as Hall had to cut back with her left shoulder, I thought that might get over her head, but she snagged it out of the air and made a great throw to almost catch Duhan.
So now 1 out and a runner at first. That pitch on the corner for a strike. This is going to be Snell at the dish. She reached on an error after the third baseman applied the tag for what they thought was the third out, but dropped the ball. So she's 0 for 3 with the sacrifice fly. This one hit hard but deep to left field. Left fielder's going to go back and make the play for out number 2. Sounded good off the bat, but unfortunately, again, these balls are just hanging up. That's getting to the outfield. That one, I don't know if it would have been 10 more yards the other way. The speed they got out there in the outfield would have been able to chase that one down.
Exactly. They've been solid defensively all day out there.
It's been 2 errors for the Indians, 1 for Hinds. Little hit and run action going on there. Foul back for strike 1. This is Dawsey. She's grounded out 5-3 in back-to-back at-bats.
Looking to see if she can get something out of the infield this time.
Pops this one back, and it's out of play. 0-2 now is the count.
Hall playing her very deep on the infield there at third, expecting to see if she doesn't drive it there for the third plate appearance in a row.
Excuse me, I got my errors backwards. It's actually 2 errors on Hinds, 1 on the Indians. That pitch, not a bad spot to miss. Couldn't get her to chase there. 1-2 now is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Dawsey at the dish here in the bottom of the 10th. Runner goes. Throw down is not in time, and that'll be a stolen base. And again, the Indians have the game-winning run in scoring position here. 2-2 is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs and a runner at second, bottom of the 10th. And there's strike 3. Great job by McLean to come back and get the Renaissance Bank strikeout, the 8th of the game. We're heading to the 11th. Don't you dare go anywhere, folks. The Good One Brewing here in Fulton will take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesar's new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Had a little bit of an extended between innings there as the umpires just taking a little bit of time for themselves in the exchange of the inning. And so now it's Ramsey back in the circle here for the Indians. We're in the top of the 11th. 4-4 is the score here. That pitch finds the corner for a strike. I've got this as McDaniel at the plate. If that's the case, she's 2 for 4 with a double, a single, a run scored, and a strikeout. That pitch runs high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Well, let's check in baseball. It's in the bottom of the 5th inning. There's 2 outs, runners on first and second. ICC is up 8-6 in game 1 over Hinds. That pitch in there for a strike. Thought about it, didn't pull the trigger. 1-2 now is the count.
Montgomery Seal strong here in the 11th inning. She struck out 12, only walked a couple. Has also hit 1 batter, but has had her characteristic strikeout level going.
Grounder to the shortstop. Going to have to hurry. Throw across the way is not in time. Great speed there by McDaniel. An infield single there. Good stretch by AB. And she just was able to leg that one out for the 3rd hit of the day. Now here's trouble. You got lots of speed on the bases now. And McDaniel for Hinds. So you got to play clean and keep an eye on her over at first. I think every time I mention the score in baseball, it changes. Now it's 8-8 in the bottom of the 5th. Tied up there between ICC and Hinds. Runner goes. Throw down is in time, but the tag was high, and so that'll be a stolen base.
She's got a great jump. And like I said, that's her 14th of the year, so she's got a lot of speed.
Don't be surprised if they don't maybe put her in motion to see if they can get her over at 3rd. Pitch called a strike. 0-1 is the count here. This is Hudson. Lays the bunt down. It's a perfect one. And this is going to possibly score a run to throw his home. Is it not in time?
She went under the tag there.
As he was under the tag and a tough break there. That's going to be an infield single as she just put them where they ain't that time. And an RBI as well.
And that speed we were just talking about, Adam, comes to the benefit of Hinds as McDaniel just flies around that corner there.
But we will have a call to the bullpen here and a change as Montgomery will exit. Looks like this will be Ella Lilly coming in to pitch. We'll take a break, let her take some warm-up tosses and tell you about the new pitcher right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it.
A Coke Zero and a smile.
We're Coke brand managers. Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero has a life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da, 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 da.
Welcome back, new pitcher in the game. Ella Lilly, her first pitch is popped up. Right fielder's going to come charging in and will make the catch on the run for the first out of the inning.
Green covered a lot of ground there, getting that one.
So nice play out there in right field for out number one. Runner at first. Hinds kind of rolled the dice, and it paid off as they lead it now 5-1. As that pitch high and outside for a ball. The throw was in time, but she got underneath the tag. It was a bang-bang play, and the tag was more towards the lower back, and so said she was able to beat the tag. So that pitch outside for ball two. 2-0 now is the count. Mike, let's take a look at some stats here on Ella Lilly.
This is Lily's sixth appearance of the year. She comes in with a 5.06 ERA, a record of 2 wins and no losses. 18 innings pitched. She has given up 13 earned runs, 8 walks, and 9 strikeouts.
This is going to be a flare. It's going to get out of play, and that will go for strike one. 2-1 now is the count. So the runner at first belongs to Montgomery. So can't necessarily close the book on her just yet. She's given up 7 hits on the day, has struck out 12. As this one popped back off the netting, and now the count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ella Lilly in the circle here. The Guaranteed Bank call to the bullpen. That pitch runs inside, missing for a ball. Now the count will go full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. This one popped up, and it's going to get out of play. And we'll stay at 3-2. Well, it's been the speed of McDaniel that's been the difference in this ballgame as of right now. She had great speed to beat the throw to start us off with a single. Stole second after the tag was high. And then on the bunt infield single, she was able to have the wherewithal to charge in. Never really checked up over at third. Beat the tag home, and that's where we're at right now at 5-4. Liner caught over at second. Another great job over there by Duhan to make that play. She's made a couple of those today.
Yeah, going back to McDaniel, you go back to the first inning, her speed to go from first to third on a pass ball set up the initial run scored and was huge earlier as well, so she's had 2 key plays on her speed.
So 2 outs now. Runner remains at first. This will be McLean at the plate. She takes that first pitch for a ball. So 1-0 is the count here. She is 0 for 3 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. That one in there for strike 1.
She also lined out to AB at first base on her last plate appearance.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Grounder, third baseman gets it, throw across the way, a little high, but a stretch by AB to reel that one in. 5-3 to retire McLean, but now the Indians got some work to do here in the bottom of the 11th. They trail it 5-4. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the 11th. Hinds leading this one 5-4 after a great performance by McDaniel. Her speed beat out the throw to get a leadoff single. She stole second and then had the wherewithal to take advantage after the bunt got through with a charging defense. For ICC, for Hinds, they rolled the dice and slid in safely just underneath the tag on the throw home. Changes being made here by both teams, as this has been quite the marathon. Started the day at 12:59 with a Guaranteed Bank opening pitch. And we are just 3 clock ticks away from 4 o'clock. That pitch in there for a strike.
Home crowd not in agreement there. Fields was able to keep ICC alive when they faced elimination in the bottom of the 7th with the home run. She's in that same spot here in the 11th.
She's working with a 0-1 count. Pops this one up. Center fielder will charge in and squeeze it for the out. Big out there. The first of the inning, always the biggest. So now with 1 away, this is going to bring up Lynch to the plate. Or maybe have a new batter in here since Lynch is...
Yeah, she was pulled defensively.
She was pulled defensively, so this will be Campbell Ewan coming in to bat. Be her first appearance of the game. So with 1 out and nobody on here, bottom of the 11th. Campbell will dig in here, trying to spark the bats for the Indians.
She's the freshman from Manatchee's had limited plate appearances. Pinch hitting situation like this. She does have 3 RBIs though, so some opportunities here for her to add to it.
This is that first pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Ewan. Shedding her a little bit left out there in center field. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on here. Bottom of the 11th inning. Hinds leading this one 5-4. Foul ball, and that'll go for strike 2.
ICC down to the last 2 outs here. Trying to stay alive in this 11th inning today. Still in game 1.
So waiting this 1-2 pitch here from McLean. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss for strike 3, out number 2. McLean trying to go the distance. That's her 9th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day, and now the Indians down to their final out of the afternoon here in game 1. And it's going to be A.B. Marlar at the plate. Marlar struck out swinging in her last at-bat. She will dig in here with the Indians trailing 5-4. This is that first pitch high and outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Marlar. She walked back in the first inning, has flown out to center twice and flown out to left. That pitch high, nobody on base to have to worry about there. 2-0 now is the count here to Marlar. So 2-0 is the count here to Marlar. High drama here late in this one. Bottom of the 11th, 2 outs for the Indians, trying to keep the inning alive. Marlar, big swing and a miss there. She was trying to tie us up with that chop.
Yeah, she thought that one looked real big. She went up trying to take all of it.
So 2-1 now is the count here to AB. McLean getting set to pitch here. This one popped up, right side. Right fielder's going to give chase, and it's going to drop. It stayed in play that time.
She crashed
right
into
fielder,
the fence.
giving it all that time as she went a hard landing into the fence. She did that earlier on Fields' home run. So the right fielder out there, Smith, fearless, trying to do what she can to help the team pick up this win here. But now the count goes 2-2 here to Marlar. So the Indians down to their final strike. 2-2 pitch on its way. Marlar swing and a miss, and Hinds survives to pick up the 5-4 win here in game 1. We'll take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report here from Fulton right after this.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled it over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here, your final score, 5-4. Hinds escapes with a 5-4 win here in game 1 in the bottom of the 11th. Michael, your thoughts on the contest?
Adam, ICC had their opportunities. Ramsey Montgomery pitched so strong through 11 1/3, I believe, and they left so many base runners on, especially in scoring positions. ICC unable just to get that timely hit, and then Hinds on the opposite side able to roll the dice and take advantage with some speed to take advantage of spots where ICC made a few small errors or balls were hit where people weren't, and that speed made the difference to get those extra runs in for the Eagles.
I'm going to have to make some corrections to my stats here as I'm looking at the final line that they kept on Game Changer. Okay. Hinds had 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. I had them with 2 errors.
I did as well.
And then ICC, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error on the afternoon. Let's take a look at some individual stats here. Of course, these stats being brought to you by Samstown Market. We're watching some of the Little Caesars instant replays from today's game. Fields was 2 for 6 with 2 runs and 2 RBI. You had Lynch 1 for 3 with an RBI. Ewan was 0 for 1. A.B. Marler 0 for 5. You had with a walk. You had Goodman 1 for 4 with a walk. Shands was 0 for 2. Luke 0 for 1. Grantham 0 for 1. Wheeler 0 for 1. Duhan was 2 for 3 with a run scored. Green was 1 for 4 with a run scored. Starling was 1 for 1. Snell 0 for 4. Dawsey 0 for 4 as well. Fields had a double and a home run, and Duhan was hit by 2 pitches, so was Lynch. Snell had a sacrifice fly. Stolen base-wise, Duhan had 2, Dawsey, Bodie, Snell, Green, Starling, and Goodman all with a stolen base. For Hinds, they don't have the names on here, so I'm just going to go with it this way. Yes, it was Galloway. Okay, I'm not agreeing with these stats. I've got Galloway with 2 hits, struck out twice. McDaniel had 3 hits, struck out once. Hudson had a hit. Hall was 0 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Smith was 0 for 4, was hit by a pitch. You had McLean 0 for 4 on the day. McKnight was 0 for 3 with a walk. You had Fireplace 0 for 2 with a walk. Nixon was 0 for 1. Excuse me, I got to go back on McLean. Yeah.
Nixon was
0 for 2, yeah. McLean was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. You had Parker was 0 for 1, and then number 12. Oh, no, McLean was number 12, so yes.
Yeah, she's 0 for 4.
0 for 4. Fireplace, and then Sampson on the day was 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Winning pitcher on the day was McLean. The losing pitcher was Ramsey in the contest. So that is your Samstown Market stats of the game. Michael, tough way to lose it. ICC had a chance to win it, just kind of a miscue on the bases, took away a chance to score a run late, but got to bounce back and get ready for game 2.
Indeed. The coaches will get out there and try to get them to flush that out and refocus. They know that they have got opportunities. They got on base. They've just got to get that clutch hit to move it around. And like you said, those very few small mental mistakes, just erase those, and they're going to be able to go out and split this and salvage the homestand.
Absolutely. So we'll be back in probably closer to 4:30 for game 2 here. The umpires probably want to take a little bit of extra time in between the games. I don't blame them as well. Real quick, a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update in baseball before we take a break. ICC up 10-8 in the top of the 6th as the Indians fall here 5-4 in game 1. We'll take a break and be back in about 30 minutes here on the ICC Sports Network.
Rewards Extra.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
that's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra. Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.